Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers, and with me is a man who has likely not washed his bed sheets in at least 2 months. It's the little lad, Chris Powers.
As always.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Mixing it up for you. Unlike you, I've been a little lad about 3 episodes.
I just did a different accent that time.
Yeah, but it's always been little. I'm telling you, check the game notes.
No, I think I called you an itty baby boy one of the last two,
yeah.
For sure.
I can't believe you only went 2 months.
You think it's worse than that?
Well, here's the rub.
You live with a woman now.
For the purposes of what you're going for, I wanted to give the listeners the joy of the joke, in which case it certainly used to be far longer than that.
No.
But now, my sheets get washed all the time. I just don't do it.
Yeah. It ain't me, babe.
Yeah, but they get...
What do you think you were worse with, your towels or your sheets?
Sheets, I'm on a college semester run. I wash them once every semester. I have one pair of sheets for 6 months. New pair of sheets, 6 months. Pair A, pair B.
Do you think that that's actually real?
Yeah.
That's crazy, brother.
And then towels, dude. I wouldn't wash a towel maybe ever. But then usually something happens to it.
Yeah, why we wash the towel?
drop
The towel washes you.
That's when I'm most clean.
Yeah.
Towel washes me, dude.
That's disgusting.
I usually drop it in the shower or something. And
Then it gets too wet.
Yeah, so then
You're a disgusting pig person.
As always.
Fair. Honestly, respect that take. You want to get into a Pacific Division?
I want nothing more
breakdown?
Than that. I want nothing more than that.
Closing it out. I hate that we're done.
This is a great division.
Yeah, I hate that we're done. It is a great division. We are wasting no time, as we haven't with these last 4 episodes. We are getting right into the Pacific Division breakdown and predictions. Unbelievable stuff with this division. I think there's a lot of teams, going to be a lot of surprises. We're going to stick with alphabetical.
Yes.
Sticking with alphabetical. We're going to get through these teams. We're going to talk about them. We're going to see where they shape up, where they land.
This
might
be
okay.
I was looking at it, and keep in mind you're sitting next to a man at the end of his pitiful rope. Just wanted to hit another liar reference.
Wow, nice. Thank you for that.
You're sitting next to a man at the end of his pitiful rope, Dan, who just did wild 7th. And just did...
I can't believe you did that.
Just did... I guess that's the same division.
Sweet Minnesota people are going to be so mad at you.
I know. And the Wild are so good. They're nasty.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about that actually after. I'll show you something crazy after. Don't let me forget. Do not let me forget.
I would never.
What else fuck did I do? I did something crazy in the Met. I did talk at 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Talking in the Flyers 6th. Anyway, point being, I've lost my mind. And then I was doing this one, and I realized that I might have lost my mind the most.
Even worse?
Yeah. I think I've been getting more and more ill.
Fucking sick.
Honestly, Dan, I couldn't be more thrilled to
Hey, I think the people like Crazy CP. Chris.
Couldn't be more.
What's really funny is what you just did is an improvement.
Couldn't be more thrilled to start with the team we're starting with.
It's nice. It looks nice.
Dude, since when can I not black my phone?
One of the updates.
Crazy. We just found this out. I was like,
it's like, I think it's a matter of if you leave it alone for a while, it then does
blacks.
Yeah.
Let's get into the Anaheim Ducks.
Stop wasting fucking time, dude.
The Anaheim Ducks are the first alphabetical team in the Pacific Division, so we will start with the Anaheim Ducks 2025-26 NHL season preview. Yep. Last year, the Ducks went 35, 37, and 10 for 80 points. They finished 6th in the Pacific. This year, they will finish. I'm going first.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 4th.
4th.
I swear to God we didn't know that.
I'm fucking drunk, dude.
I swear to God.
I'm drunk.
I gave a preamble about how drunk I was, and now it turns out you're that drunk too.
I'm drunk on duck water.
I swear to God I didn't know he was
I'm drunk on duck water, dude.
Holy shit, Dan. Why don't we start with best case scenario? Because certainly that's what we're getting if the Ducks finish 4th and in a fucking playoff spot.
I love the roster.
Yep.
I love the roster, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I just think, end of the day, you look at the breakdown, and listen, there's a big caveat. And we'll also say this. we are recording this a bit early. So if any news breaks, re-1 Mason McTavish, well, Mason Bartholomew,
Yeah.
We'll put a little insert in here talking about that. But I'm looking at this lineup. I'm looking at this forward lineup.
Look at it without McTavish.
Without McTavish. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. You got Kreids, you got Leo Carlsson, you got Troy Terry, you got Cutter Gauthier, your son. Second son.
Yeah, second son.
Mikael Granlund, Alex Killorn back in the mix, Frankie Vetrano, Ryan Strome, Sam Colangelo. I mean, that's the top 9, and that's not with Mason McTavish. I mean, you don't even want to get me going. You don't want to see me raise this table up a couple inches, if I start talking about the left side of their D.
Yeah, do it.
Jackson Lacombe, fucking weapon.
So good.
Olin's,
Doesn't even know how good he is.
He has no idea. I'm telling you, this kid is going to be a Norris finalist at some point in his life, if not multiple times. Olin Zellweger, disgusting, and then Pavel Minikov. You got Gudis, the captain. You got Hellison, who's solid, and you got Jacob Trouba, the Trouba train, sitting in on that third pairing, just doing everything he needs to do, just chilling. That team.
Imagine being a fucking left wing trying to cut across the middle with Gudis and Trouba.
Dude, this team fucks. Dostal's nasty in net. You now got Mrazek backing him up after the trade of Gibber. Dude, come on.
This team, you didn't say anything about this being a potential team, because there's a few guys who are more veteran-y than the all potential teams we've talked about in the past, but this team is riddled with guys that I really think are going to be tremendous NHL players. Tremendous NHL players.
Oh, yeah.
I have said in the past, Dan, that when you hire a guy like a Mike Sullivan, okay, and I don't even want to get into the nitty-gritty of Sullivan wants this heavy forecheck system. Do you have the players to do that? I don't want to do it. Too granular. I don't want to do it.
Agree.
Here's what I do want to think about, just with my cap. What kind of cap would I have on for this? My middle schooler's cap. Okay, I'm a middle schooler. I'm a middle school hockey fan, right? And I go like this. Listen, Mike Sullivan had a team in Pittsburgh with some superstars, but some aging superstars.
Yep.
And couldn't quite make playoffs. Comes to New York, and I'm kind of like, you're in a reasonably similar situation. I think the defense and goalie is massively different, which will be the difference. But my point is, it scares me when you take a coach that hasn't won doing the same thing and try to bring him to your team. But in the reverse of that,
dude,
when you take a guy like Quenneville, who took a Blackhawks team that was young and full of vigor,
piss and vinegar,
and took them to 3 fucking cups and a dynasty.
Yeah.
And then you put him on this team.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, that's exactly when I would want a Quenneville.
Yeah.
Right here. This moment in time in the Ducks, if I could freeze them, I would give them a Joel Quenneville. And wouldn't you know it, Dan? Who's their coach?
You got it, dude. You got Coach Q.
There he is.
You got Coach Q.
There he is.
We saw him wheeling around practice the other day. He looks fresh as lettuce. I think Coach Q on this team is very, very exciting. And yeah, you look at the points for this group, and what's very interesting, you go down all the way down to 8 on the list. All guys that are on this team, knock on wood, Mason McTavish. Killorn had 37. Then you go Strome, Lacombe, Cutter, Leo, Frank, McTavish, Terry, up to 55. Not a lot of high point scorers on this team, but 55 to 37 through 8. Like that's a group that's all doing well. I think we're going to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. And we're going to see those numbers pump up across the board, dude. Frank the Tank, dude, he even said like 21 goals. He was like, that's way low for me.
Awful.
He knew it. He's going to pump that shit up. I'll tell you what, man. I just think this group, everyone getting better. You're adding Chris Kreider to this goddamn power play, to this forward group. Just a veteran.
Yep.
This is exciting.
Well, for best case scenario, Dan, if they don't pump those numbers up, they will split their differential and tip the fuck over. Or worse yet, dude, and I have seen this, implode.
Disagree completely. I appreciate the bit that you're doing, but there is literally worst case scenario for this team is they finish 6th. And they miss
they do the same thing they did last year.
They've got a new coach, a couple of new players, and they're like, oh yeah, like we're a little further from the playoffs than we thought. That is literally the worst case scenario.
I might agree with that.
You just said they're going to implode, you fucking sellout, bitch.
If they don't score more, dude, third least amount of goals in the league last year. The league, not the Pacific. And you have Frank Vetrano and Cutter Gauthier on your team. And I'm like, those two alone should put you in the middle of the pack of a goal-scoring team.
I know.
Let alone the other great guys they have. Best case scenario is fourth, I think. But it's everything you just said. It's those guys wire in goals. Kreider sniffing 50 again.
Yeah.
Power play transforms. You get about the same goaltending, right? Because Gunt Gibber was good, actually.
Yeah, he's good.
And then that's your situation.
But I think Dostal is getting better. So I think he could be a bit better of good. Also, can I ask you a question? Do me a favor and fix your hair. It's making me laugh too much. I'm having a hard time looking at you and talking to you seriously.
Well, I lost my mind, dude.
Yeah, I know. But nice. Looks great.
What could go wrong?
Mason McTavish. Mason McTavish doesn't resign, and you have this same sort of output.
You have the same output. Give me a surprise you just love to see on this team.
A surprise is I could see a. I love jumps for all these guys.
Yeah.
I like Minikov. I think Minikov, I thought he was going to have a better year than he did last year. And I think, he got a bit of a knock, missed a little bit of time. I could see him making a big jump. I think a surprise is we're going to see, I really like a Leo Carlsson call.
Sure.
Like Leo Carlsson having his like big boy year.
Yep.
I could really see. My surprise is one of these guys, and I'm not going to include Kreids because I think Kreids is doing this.
Yeah.
I think one of these guys in Troy, I'm including Mason, Frank, and Cutter will have 35 goals.
Frank, Mason, Cutter,
and
Troy. One of them would have 35.
Yeah.
But
and like that could be Leo too. But
I love it. I might even say two of them.
Well, I think Kreids is going to do it.
I might even say two of them.
And I think Kreids will be the set. So you're going to think they have three
35 goal scorers. But that's not even my surprise. My surprise is this. Dostal, we all think is a good goalie. But I want to say this. His save percentage every year that he's like played more than 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even give you the 4 games, but more than 10 games. 901, 902, 903. Those are his last 3 seasons. Goals against, 378, 333, 310. So getting slightly better in each, right? But if this year he's 904 or 905 and 3.02, that is not good enough to be a first seed in the Pacific. And luckily, this is his, going into my H25 season, he's going to give you, he's not a Vezina finalist. I know I'm a little fast and loose with the Vezina finalists. He's not a Vezina finalist, but he's going to give you a 9-1 something and a 2-5, 2-6. And you're like, oh shit, that was a good jump. And that's exactly what we thought was happening when we traded Gibson. Thank God you did it now. Thank God we're a 4 seed. Something crazy happens every year, Dan. How many times do I have to say it? Something crazy happens every year. The Ducks jumping to the 4 seed. Bang. I can't believe you're on that with me. That's fantastic.
Absolutely love it.
That's fantastic. Our next team alphabetically is the Calgary Flames. The Calgary Flames 2025-26 NHL season preview. Last year, they went 41, 27, and 14 for a very exciting and overachieving 96 points and finished 4th in the Pacific. This year, they will finish. Let me know when you think you know where you have them.
Where'd they finish last year?
4th.
Yeah.
Finished 4th, 96 points, right there to the bitter end.
I know.
Right there to the bitter end. Same amount of points as the Blues. 96, both of them. Blues in a tiebreak.
Sure.
On like a regulation win tiebreak or something. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. By 1 game. God damn.
Okay, I'm ready.
Led by the rookie sensation, Dustin Wolf. This year, Dan, the Flames, well, you want to go first or second?
First.
Okay. This year, the Flames will finish 3, 2, 1.
5th.
Yeah.
Wow, we're in lockstep.
Yeah.
We're in lockstep. Flames, we're going to get into...
I actually can't believe I'm actually shocked with you right now, dude.
I think we're going to get into a group of teams in this division.
Yep.
That I am looking at their rosters and I'm like, what's the plan here? Are we dumping? Are we offloading? Are we figuring shit out here? And this team is loaded with young talent I'm very excited about, starting with who you just said, Dustin Wolf. Friend of the program, Zane Parrick. Very excited for Zane to get a full year here. Friend of the program, Connor Zary. Think I'm looking for a big jump from him. I really like the idea of Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee on this team together.
Okay.
And then obviously also friend of the program, Mackenzie Weegar. Anytime you got Mackenzie Weegar on your decor, you're going to be competitive. Yep. That is genuinely how
That's a fact.
It sounds to me like Rasmus Andersson is moving. And frankly, I can't believe it hasn't already happened. I'm expecting that at any moment. And I firmly believe if Rasmus Andersson moves, I think Kadri moves too. Oh, Kadri's been on the trade deadline block every year for the last 2-3 years.
Dude,
it's
he's
felt
been
like
so good, bro.
He's been so good. He led the team in points last year. He's a great player. He's getting you 30 goals, lock, no question every time.
35 last year. Nas, let's go. Jesus.
I mean, he's amazing. Hasn't been on the show yet, but I'm going to call him a friend of the program too.
Yep. We've had some good nights together.
We've had some great times together. Nas is the best. Flames have 11.6 in cap space, and they got Nas at $7 million.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fucking A, man. How many teams do we keep talking about? Like, oh, that 2C. I mean, Nazem Kadri is a 1C.
But he's a luxury 2C.
On a 2C. And after this year, his full no move is gone.
Okay, I believe you.
And I wonder if he takes the opportunity this year to be like, hey, let's make a deal of a team of my choosing.
Okay.
Rather than you know what I mean? Maybe next year, maybe next summer, he gets dealt somewhere that he's like, motherfucker, didn't want to go there. Interesting. He's 34. I think you got next 3 years are really what Nas has given you. So I think this team's competitive. I think they've got pretty good contracts. The Huberdeau one looks like it kind of hurts a little bit, but he had a pretty solid year last year, sniffing closer to what they need from him. But they do feel like a team to me with the guys that we just mentioned in Zane, in Zary, in Wolf, even in Farabee and Frost. Sharon Govich I'm going to add too. I think Sharon Govich is a great player. I think that they're like flirting with transition and they're not quite doing it. And I just think it's like, maybe we go for it. Maybe we go for the transition.
Here's my question for you before I even weigh in, actually. I felt like last year the Flames were very much a team in a rebuild. I was like, okay, they're falling apart. You're going to see a lot of offloading this year. And then Dustin Wolf happened, right? And before we even get into that, if they move Raz and Nas, that sounds to me like a what could go wrong, like we're beginning the what could go wrong part. But do you think they could trade away both of them and still be lingering in like we're fighting for playoffs?
No, to me it's like, I mean, if you trade both of them, I don't think Nazem Kadri gets dealt until the deadline.
Okay.
Anderson is like, we've been talking about it all summer.
I know.
And we heard there was a deal with LA that he shut down. We've been hearing a ton about Vegas, especially with Vegas' situation with Petro being out for so long, maybe the whole season. So Anderson, I'd be shocked if he plays up to the deadline. Something's gone wrong.
Or right,
I just don't think
right. Like, what if they're just good and he's like, you know what, dude, whatever. I don't think Weegs is in his ear every day. Like, come on.
True. But I don't think a player can so openly talk the way he has, with respect, without being like, dude, I'm not playing here anymore.
Yep.
I don't think it's possible. There's an argument to be made that we just saw it in a sense with Besser.
Yeah,
but I think these situations are different personally.
Okay, so for me, I think the Flames, I almost initially picked them to be quite low in these rankings because I feared a Dustin Wolf regression a little bit. Not for his career, just for this season. I know I'm beating a dead horse with that take, not about Wolf, just about second-year players. But that happens all the time. But, and I have to go back and fact check this, but I swear it's less impactful for goalies. I think if you're just a good goalie, you are like, people are like, oh no, I've been watching tape on him and we can beat him high glove. And I'm like, well, dude, they do that to NHL All-Star goalies. Like, people are, getting a read on him. Dustin Wolf is just good, and I think he's going to be very good. And with a goalie that good, and there's a reason you'll hear someone I have falling later is because of this too. When you have a goalie that good, I just think he will keep you competitive. Igor Shesterkin kept the Rangers in the mixer last year, and they were awful.
No doubt.
Awful.
No doubt.
So I'm not calling Wolf Shesty. I'm just saying I think he's good enough to keep them in the mix in the Pacific. And I will even say that's kind of their best case scenario. This Flames team is interesting to me, Dan, because they're not I said the Preds have such a high volatility. I think they could be nasty or 8th. I think the Flames could be 4th or 6th.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, I agree.
You live right here.
So what's interesting to me about the Flames is I actually really love the team, and I just talked about like the transition. And what sucks is, what did I just say? They have 11 something in cap space.
Yeah,
11.6 in cap space. And if you look at their team, dude, they are losing next year Anderson and then a lot of very like $1 to $2 million contracts. So Anderson at 4.5 is the only thing coming off, really. And I'm like, you guys are in a great shape.
Wonderful.
And you do wonder, Kadri is still performing incredibly well. Part of me is like, either you trade Anderson and maybe Kadri, maybe Huberdeau if you could figure it out. But here's my thing. And
you're blowing it up.
Well, just let me finish.
Yep.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying a version of them. Huberdeau was second on this team last year in points with 62, 28 goals. There is always, in my opinion, with the cap space they have and the fact that Anderson is only
peanuts.
Like, the question for this team is like, dude, are you guys not at all in a transition? And when you're looking at this roster and like your oldest guy is Backlund at 36, who is on a really team-friendly $3.2 million contract next year, I'm like, you guys are fine. Like, figure something out. Make one trade.
Yeah.
Make one trade here, and all of a sudden, like, they might be like, oh no, you're right back in the mix, especially with Wolf.
Dude,
so that's why
it is the dream to rebuild around the pieces you're rebuilding around.
That's why I find this team super confusing.
Yep.
Because Calgary's super fun. I think they're a fun team. And with the young guys that they have, I do wonder, like, I look at Kadri with at least 3 years left of really solid hockey. Weeks has 5 years left of solid hockey. And then you've got all these, and everyone's on a good contract.
Yeah.
Except Huberdeau. So they're either okay, we're in a transition here. Maybe move two of those three guys, maybe.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to figure it out. We're probably going to miss playoffs again. Or it's like I don't know, maybe move one and all of a sudden you have
on the move
even more cap space
born from the Flames
and
Phoenix.
Yes.
Rising
exactly.
From the ashes.
Like it's yeah.
I'm into it, dude. Coronado jump, Zary jump, Wolf stays hot, and you're in the mix. Big surprise for me, and you're going to hate this. You're not going to believe it. I'm probably going to be wrong before this episode comes out. Rasmus Anderson plays the entire season for the Calgary Flames. And
then he resigns.
And he has a hell of a year. What's his career high?
I'll tell you what. I think it's something in the low 40s.
50.
Oh, my God.
And then a 49. And then a 39, and then a 31 last year. So I'm telling you, Rasmus Anderson plays the entire season for the Flames. He goes high 40s again, and then remains a Flame.
I mean, I'll tell you what, a glory story here for Calgary.
Yep.
Is he stays the whole season. They make playoffs, and he's like, we got it. I'm in.
It's Weeks, dude. I'm telling you, Weeks is gonna be like this.
You're not going anywhere.
Don't you fucking move. Dude.
You don't fucking go until I say you go.
Don't move. Don't blink.
Yeah.
And then he won't, and then he's a Flame for his whole life.
I almost just quoted Van Helsing, and I'm so glad that I didn't.
I wish you had.
I do love that.
You got a surprise? You got a Flame surprise?
I love that surprise by you. My Flame surprise is going to be let me get 20 goals from Weeks.
Oh, my God, dude. Team Canada, come calling if he
came
gets 20
close
goals.
last year. 8.
Team Canada, come calling if he gets 20 goals.
No, give me 20 goals for Weeks.
Okay. I'm into it, dude. That
I'm
would
into
fire
it
me
too.
right up. That would fire up, what's his neighbor's name? Roger
yeah.
or something.
What the fuck's that beauty's name? fucking shoveling snow.
I bet that guy will be fired up if Weed gets 20.
Yeah, I think, what could go wrong is a lack of progress.
Yeah,
lack of progress.
Dude, Wolf regression. If Wolf isn't Dustin Wolf again, and his career is going to be fine, but if he is like, ooh, I've kind of got figured out next year, they are actually in trouble.
Yeah, they are in trouble.
They are actually in trouble. Next up, the Edmonton Oilers of Edmonton.
Why do I always do that? And I always want to say, I'm like the Edmonton Oilers of Edmonton.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe I've heard you say that before.
It's definitely me. I've done it.
We are doing the Edmonton Oilers 2025-26 NHL season preview. Last year, they went 48, 29, and 5 for 101 points. They finished third in the Pacific. They made the playoffs. They went to their second straight Stanley Cup final. They lost their second straight Stanley Cup final. This year, they will finish. Tell me when you know.
I'm ready.
I'll go first. 3, 2, 1, third.
Second.
Ooh, they start caring about the regular season more, Dan?
No.
Oilers caring about the regular season more, Dan?
I think there's just a lot going on with this team that is going to be highly motivated.
Yep.
And have a refusal to start slow, a refusal to slip.
Which they always do.
Yeah, seriously.
This is a good... this is a funny take by you because you usually go in this entire run of division previews, and correctly, I think, you have often cited the McTavish, the Luke Hughes, the Krill, these contract delays as problems for these teams. And here, you're saying it actually might do the exact opposite in Edmonton.
I don't think it's going to do the opposite, but here, tell me if this is crazy. Because if I were on that team, this is how I would look at it. Truly. I think the players are completely unfazed by it. Because here's the deal. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, out of their control.
It's so out of their control.
What did Mrs. Mason say? Worry about what you can control.
Worry about what you can control. And truly, with the Connor McDavid contract situation, I know there are tons of diehard Oilers fans who are like, shut the fuck up. He's obviously re-signing. This isn't even worth talking about. And all of you media people talking about it are just adding fuel to the fire. Fuck you. And I get that. Mm-hmm. And then there's other ones who are like, I'm genuinely terrified. And I get that as well. And that is why I think if you're in this locker room, even a guy like Leon, who we've said forever, they're like, those two are best friends. There's no way this could happen. There is a way it could happen.
Yeah.
And I think Leon knows that. And he's like, obviously I want him here. And obviously we talk, but it's his life. It's his decision. I think all of that is just making them go, dude, you know what? Just for the love of God, we can't talk about this all year. Let's just play. I think that's what it is. I genuinely think they're all like, fuck it, dude. Like, we are not going to change his mind. And I think the only way they do is by performing. And it's like, and sure, you could see that as motivation, but I think it's a nothing thing for them. Honest to God, I really do.
That's great. What's that song in Coco? You know that Pixar movie?
Remember Me?
No, there's a member of their family that I know. I didn't even want to put you on blast for that. There's a member of the family who I think is named Bruno that they don't talk about. Is that what
we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yes.
I think that is what's happening in the Oilers team.
I think that's possible.
We don't talk about Connor.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
I have said a few times that there are teams that are just too good for anything to go wrong they could ever miss. The Panthers. The Panthers can't miss the playoffs. Yeah. It would be impossible. The Edmonton Oilers with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl cannot miss the playoffs, period, ever in a million years. They could run 1 billion simulations
and they will always make playoffs.
And they will always make playoffs. I do need to say, though, this team has, and I love your take, but this team has a thing happening. Like, it's like, oh, God, this sucks. This is annoying. And they lost guys that we like a lot in a Corey Perry, in a
Connor
Jeff
Brown.
Skinner, in a Connor Brown.
Connor Brown is a tough loss.
This team's roster that went to the final, and God, dude, I'm not getting in this fight again, but this team's roster went to the final was not deep enough to win. And now they have lost even more depth. Arvidsson, gone. Even more depth. And still have whatever the goalie situation is that you want to call it. And I'm not getting into it, but they still have the goalie situation. And Zach Hyman is going to be out till late November.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, that's not good.
this team, again, 3 is literally their floor. Like, I think those guys are that good that they get to finish 3.
I agree.
But I am worried. Now, you can see, put it this way, you can see why Connor McDavid isn't doing backflips just to resign.
Yeah. So I think what was interesting last year is they added Jeff Skinner and Victor Arvidsson, and we said in our preview last year, we were like, if those guys pop off, if they find a rhythm with these 2 of the greatest players in the world, holy shit, this team could be great. I think I could like almost verbatim remember my quote, and I was like, if they don't, it's going to be a problem going into playoffs. And Victor Arvidsson had 27 points, Jeff Skinner had 29.
Yeah.
And that was a problem into playoffs. For the first time in a little while with this group, I actually do think that they have interesting young guys in Matty Savoy and Isaac Howard in particular. I also do want to shout out, and kind of a serious shout out here, Podkolzin just found out that his father passed away very unexpectedly, and we just want to give our hearts to Pod, because that's horrible. Our love is with you and your family. Horrible time, and just, thinking of you, and everyone, hopefully in Oilers community, rallies around him, and I hope the team rallies around him this year. But Pod is another young guy that I'm like, he showed some great flashes last year. And I think, again, it's the first time in a little while that this group has had some like young guys that I'm like, oh, interesting, what could they do? It is in that same space to me, however, where, Trent Frederick, unbelievable
legend.
Dude,
what a
was
guy.
Really hurt last year when they got him. I think he's going to be a bit better. Right now they have him like on the first line in place of Hyman, and like that's just never going to be the case. I think Trent's a great player, and I think they got him on a good contract. But guys like Trent, guys like Kapanen, Henrique, Mangiapane, we know what they're going to do. I don't think any of those guys are going to be this 65, 70-ish point guy. The question is, can the Savoys, the Pods, the Isaac Howard, it's not going to be Isaac. I think first, that'd be crazy.
Not yet.
But they do need some of those guys to really click in a big way if they want to win the cup this year.
Yep.
But to your point, we saw it last year. You're going to get a collective almost 300 points from Leon, Connor, and Bouchard.
Isn't that sick, dude?
And they're going to do that again.
Yeah, probably more.
No, maybe not more.
Connor?
They were close. They were like 20 points away last year. So yeah, maybe more. You're going to get that again. And that's why they'll never be lower than 3. They'll never be lower than 3.
Agree.
And it's...
Give me best case scenario, though.
I think they could win the division, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Best case scenario...
I got a lot of questions at the top of this division.
Best case scenario is one of those young guys gets you 60 points, and they're dangerous. They look dangerous, and it's like, oh, this is that extra piece in the playoffs that's going to get them the cup finally. I worry that this team... I just think the veteran and toughness leadership they lost in Corey Perry and Connor Brown is like really bad. Even if these guys are like young and producing points, playoffs is a different beast. And all these kids are young. And I think the Hyman injury is not great. And it's a weird injury too. And you wonder his skill set, like that injury coming back, how long does it take him to get back into form? I also think Ekholm is just way more hurt than people realize. Lot of hockey. A lot of miles. A lot of miles on those legs. He's been hurt, it feels like, every year. And I think that they're worse than they were last year. I look at this roster, and calm down guys, without the big jumps, this is a worse roster to me at the look of it than last year. And I'm going to jump in. My surprise, I think Stu Skinner is their goalie all season long and into playoffs.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
I think that is the surprise of this year. I think he is their goalie all year long. And I don't have faith in not Stu's play. I don't have faith in the vibes and the fan base, certain members of the fan base, to not let things be tumultuous yet again.
Yeah.
And I think that's bad news bears for this group.
Who did I say needed the fast start most? The Predators, I think.
Yeah.
But this one's my close second. Where if
Really?
they start,
I don't
I
think
guess
so.
they don't need it because they don't care.
They just
but I
don't,
just think
like,
the
last 2
fans
years, they
are
just
gonna
haven't
get
done it.
so mad again.
Yeah.
I'm like, calm down.
I don't know. I think if they start slow, I think they'll probably go, whatever, we've done this 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care.
Best case scenario is, for me, is you get one of those jumps and Stu finds his piece, dude. Whatever it is, but like he touches God and finds the goalie that everyone believes he is.
I don't even think that, dude, like that, he was an all-star 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that was kind of fugazi.
But dude, like that, don't you think that just happens again? And people, like, it's, I don't know. If you're saying he goes fucking full dominator and all of a sudden 30 games through the season, he has like a .936 save percentage, then sure. But like, I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
What did fucking someone say? Like someone was like, he lost 15 pounds. And I'm like, did he need to lose 15 pounds?
That was it, dude. That was it.
I don't know.
But I'm saying that's best case scenario. What could go wrong? I'll tell you what could go wrong. Connor McDavid goes, I'm not playing for you, dude. And good day. And the entire fucking city loses their minds.
Here's the what I think the reality is. I believe he is going to re-sign with this team.
Yes. As do I.
I also believe if Connor McDavid doesn't re-sign, he is going to become an unrestricted free agent, because I don't believe there's any world where Connor is comfortable leaving this team mid-season. And also, we've talked about it, I don't know that there's a trade you can make that doesn't just like implode the world. It doesn't enrage the fan base.
Yep.
What possible return can you get? And the question is Bowman prepared to go, I'm going to make a trade that is value addition, could potentially be worthy of it because we're definitely losing him? And he just looks at the fan base and goes, what the fuck did you want me to do? Yep. Did you want me to let him leave for free? And I think a lot of fans would be like, yes, I would want you to give us one more shot with him.
Okay, I have a question. My surprise was going to be there's a huge trade in Edmonton. I was going to leave that open for Connor, but I don't think it is. But I still think there is going to be a huge trade, because at some point, Dan, you can't just go, oh, we did a deadline deal for like this depth guy. I'm like, yeah, maybe it's going to hurt, but like trade RNH for some difference maker or whatever. But I just this is insane.
Nuge is interesting.
I didn't mean him specifically.
No,
I just mean whatever.
No. I was about to counter you with, who do you think that they can trade that's going to make this big difference? Because they ain't trading Leon. They ain't trading Bouchard. They can't trade Nurse. Like, no one they can move is going to make this big difference. And the question I would ask is, their ass up against the cap, as I always say. Nuge only makes 5.1.
Yeah. What does Hyman make?
Hyman makes 5.5.
Yeah.
So like, dealing either of them, you can only bring in a guy who makes that.
New rules. They waited too long.
So
dude.
I'm
they
like,
waited too
what
long.
do you think is going to make them so much better of trading a guy like that?
Yep.
And I think I think they would go, and like Connor would go, I'd rather Nuge.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what?
No, it's just
because I don't want to stay on this much longer.
No,
but if Connor goes, I'm not getting traded midseason. If your take is right, and I know you're like, I think he's going to resign, which so do I. But if your take is right, and he goes, I'm either resigning or I'm leaving for free. If he leaves for free, I just don't know how that isn't a villain arc. And maybe you're like, it is, whatever, who cares? But if Connor's like, I love Edmonton so much, I don't want to be traded midseason, and so I'm going to leave them in the dust for free. For the first time ever, in the shock of all shocked Edmonton fans who think I don't like that team, for the first time ever, I'd be like, that was actually so fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? Like, if he walks for free.
I don't agree. I don't agree because I believe that there's a world where he doesn't know. There's a world where he's like still figuring it out. And when he's done what he's done for this franchise, I'm like, you can do whatever the fuck.
Sure, for sure. I agree with that.
And I'm always going to be pro player here. I genuinely, I love this dude. Like, as we said, like his rookie year, I bought a Connor McDavid shirt because I was like, I fucking love this kid. My thing with Connor is I believe he's genuinely conflicted. I think he doesn't know what he wants to do. And it is, in my opinion, within his right to go, I am going to go through another season with you and playoff run with you. And if we get it done, amazing. If we don't get it done, it is what it is.
I wish you well.
And then, well, no, not even that. Maybe not that. But like, he's like, and then I will make my decision. Listen, that's tough, but he has earned his right to do that.
You know what could happen, dude, is the, and now I promise we're done, but is the Marner shit. Where they'll be like, somebody tampered with him, and now you have to trade me something. Because, and I'm like, oh, come on, you got to trade out of this anyway.
And it's, like, we talked about the Matthew Tkachuk thing and the classy move it was of him being like, dude, I'm not signing, so figure it out. The ship has sailed with that, right? Because you got to do that before the draft and all that shit, or like early in the summer so you can figure out your team. So the ship has sailed in that regard. And again, dude, it's just like, we can move on, but it's so hard to trade a guy who makes $12.5 million a year. That cap is very difficult.
Yeah.
So
who's about to make moronic money?
Yeah. It's
okay. So you got him 2, I got him 3. Next team, the hometown Los Angeles Kings.
Come on.
The LA Kings 2025-2026 NHL season preview. Last year, they went 48, 25, and 9 for 105 points, finished second in the Pacific, made the playoffs, lost to the Oilers again. This year,
what type of a fucking idiot buffoon would have picked them to beat the Oilers? You're looking at a couple.
This year, Dan, they will finish. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You want first?
No.
I go first. 3, 2, 1, first.
Third. Damn.
And dude, I told you I'm drunk. I told you I'm absolutely drunk.
I love it. I love it.
Let me start.
Yeah, please.
This team was, I thought, a surprising second last year. Would you agree with that?
No, I think I picked them exactly second.
What Tomer did for sure. I remember us both being
Tomer and I were both like high on them.
Surprising second for me. But I see a lot of the reasons they were second in this team still.
Yep.
Couple guys, I think QB is I watched the
big jump.
I watched the video that was the Kings' best 10 goals last year, and like 6 of them were Cube, and I was like, that's so gas. But you're going to get a ton out of him. You're going to get a ton out of Brant Clark. Dewey's healthy. You're going to have a healthy Dewey. And the Ovi thing from last year, vibes. And we said maybe the Caps are still drunk on Ovi retiring. Well, that's assumptions. We think he's retiring this year. Yeah. You know what is fact is your captain is retiring in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to talk about a team running on vibes, it's going to be this squad. So I love that for them. And my first prediction is due to a couple question marks with the other team I know we're all thinking about. But just my best case scenario, Dan, is you get production. This team is deep if they play to their potential. I'm not even saying they're all NHL potential team. I'm just saying if you look at these guys and you start tallying the goals in your head that they could score, I love it. And the team defense they played last year, I go, you can make a run, especially if the Oilers slip a bit, which I think they will. So it becomes a 2-horse race for the division. I think they can take them down.
I love that take. I love the shape of the team. I really, really, really do. Like you just said, I think the I don't even know what we decided to call them, the AK line, because we can't call them the 3 letters line.
Yep.
Got to be careful there.
That's actually awesome that it's all AKs.
Yeah. The AK line was so gassed last year after they got Kuzi. The fact that they brought Kuzi back, I think they're going to be great. And absolutely, I believe heavily in the Kopitar, the Kopitar bump. I think Q and Fiala found a sick rhythm last year. And Laugh, for me, is the biggest. The way that fucking kid came out and scored like 15 goals.
It was epic to start.
And then really slowed down, I think that changes. I think Laugh clicks in. I think he's bigger. I've seen him. He's a bigger player right now. I think he's going to be more of a vet. And then Fogle, Deneau, and Morsey that's in contention for the best third line in the NHL. Yep. And I think there's improvements to be had for these guys.
And you got Corey Perry looming whenever he's back.
And like people forget too.
Slotting in anywhere.
Like Turk is a great fucking hockey player. Keel Thomas is a great fucking hockey player. These are guys that are like, they could be all over the lineup. They're going to be in the mix. It's exciting. I like Armia on this team. Brant Clark, I can't talk about enough. I've already done it. I don't need to fucking double wrist him more than I do. But Brant Clark is a future Norris guy.
Yep.
He's already looked fucking amazing in preseason. He's going to get he already had a full season, but it's just like a full season of knowing what to do. Hiller is going to be like, I'm not messing around with you. The only thing for me is the defense.
Yep.
After Mikey, Drew, and Clarkie, I am like, Eddie is a stalwart ledge too.
Yes.
Dumoulin and Ceci I have no issues with the ads. I do have issue with the term.
Sure.
They're eating a lot of cap space, and like people forget, dude. Like Kopi's money is coming off the books, but like Kopi only makes $7 million. Like I think a lot of people thought he made more than that.
Crazy.
He only makes $7 million. You got Kempe's contract that's going to be up too. Kuzmenko is going to be up too. Like LA is in a weird cap situation.
Yeah.
And the fact that you gave 4.5 to Ceci until 2029, 4 to Doomer until 2028, with those guys coming off, I am a bit like Holland. I don't know what you're doing. So I think because of all that, this year is actually a big like, you know what? Let's be a cup contender.
We got to be.
So I think that this team is the team. I think that there might be moves to make at the deadline, but I think the way they're all gonna play, this team is the team. And I think I'm very excited.
My best case scenario, I think, is that it is all they're treating it like barn door fever, dude. It's our last set. Give it fucking everything we got. And the fears that you just laid out, which I have too. What did I compare this to? Maybe it was the Canes goalie situation, but essentially there's things that hurt you in the playoffs and there's things but don't hurt you in regular season as much.
Sure.
Like that. And I think the Kings' age and speed is a factor in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But in the regular season, though, I'm like, you're okay right now.
For
and
sure.
we'll try to fix that and whatever. And there's only a few teams that really hurt you with it. But in the regular season, my best case scenario is they go one more for the Gipper, dude. And then they make this happen. What could go wrong? Again, injuries not allowed. What could go wrong with the Kings?
Father time.
Yeah.
Father time, I think, is their greatest enemy this year. I genuinely don't think we're going to see regression or a lack of progression for guys like Q, Laugh, Clarkie, Mikey. Those guys are fine. Father time is the only thing that can hurt this team. And I look at that in Cope. I look at it in Drew. I look at it in Kemper. I look at it, not so much Kemper, Doomer, Ceci. Like,
yep.
If those guys are just like so battle worn that it starts to hurt, that's an issue. I am genuinely not fearful of that.
Okay.
I think Drew, after the surgeries, after getting healthy, looks like he's in fucking fantastic shape. He's moving great. Kopi looks great.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a worry, but I do think that's the big thing, if only thing that could go wrong.
Give me a surprise on this team. And what'd you have? Oh, you have him third? Yeah, give me a surprise on this team, even with a great season that you're like, wow.
Quentin Byfield leads the team in points.
Wow, dude, that is actually an awesome one. That would be fucking sick.
It's probably going to be Juice.
I know, and he's going to score 40, even though I bet him to score 40 every single year. And he may have betrayed me last year.
No, he did not. But watch your fucking
mouth. But this year, 35, dude, leave me on 35. God damn.
Kev tucked 35 too.
I know, out of fucking nowhere. That was awesome. So I'm going to go depth. I think you're right. Laugh. Yeah, okay, I'm either going Clarkie. I'm going to do 2, okay? Clarkie scores 13 goals. And
love that.
Morsey goes 30.
Dude, I almost said that, and I was like, he will get mad if we say that.
33.
33 tucks for Trev?
33.
He's going to be pissed at you.
Why, dude?
Because he's going to be like, why are you putting that pressure on me, dude?
Because he needs it. Because I said it to him 2 years ago, and he did it. So
I love it. I fucking love it.
He needs to hear it. Gonna be a lot of eyes on the King season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For a lot of reasons, but this Kopi thing, it's going to be crazy.
Big time.
Going to be crazy. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, let's take an ad break, and then we'll come back and finish.
Quick ad break.
You know I love talking to you guys about BetMGM because they are my favorite app to gamble on, and I want you to do it with me. Okay, so download that BetMGM app. Use promo code NETTERS. That's NETTERS, and you will be amazed how much cool stuff happens. When you start betting, if your first bet loses, you can get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets, which is an amazing deal. Come on. That's why I got it in the first place. Then, I know hockey hasn't started yet, but we are so close. So close. Literally like 5 days. But until then, my goodness, we've got football going. We've got baseball playoffs going. There's odds boosts. There's parlay tokens. All this amazing stuff cooking in the app, and you are missing out on it. You are missing out if you don't download the app and you don't use promo code NETTERS. So please sign up today, use our promo code, and then have as much fun as I'm having. It is awesome. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 for Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP for Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 for Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. All right, let's get back into some Pacific Division predictions and previews. Next up is the San Jose Vibes.
The Vibes, dude. Little Sharkies.
The San Jose Sharkies. The 2025-26 NHL season preview for the San Jose Sharkies. Last year, they went 20, 50, and 12 for 52 points, finished with the worst record in the league and the Pacific. This year, they will finish. You want to go first or second?
First.
3, 2, 1.
8th.
I kind of did it at the same time by accident. I don't know why I did that.
It's hard. When you hear a 3 count, that's what was happening to me the last couple episodes.
I just went.
You hear a 3 count and you just go.
I just went.
I respect it.
Dan said 8th, I said 7th since I talked over him. Here's another one I changed last minute. I had him 8th. Pretty much everybody has him 8th. I just wonder, Dan. I wonder if you look at that second year sometimes on some of these teams that were really vibey, and they just get a tiny bit better, and they're having so much fun.
They're going to.
I'm like, they could. I don't think they can go that high yet, and they don't even want to. They don't even want to because they're going to get another great draft pick, but I just think that they could get up to 7th.
Yeah. I think they could too.
It's possible.
I think it's going to be really close.
It could happen.
I don't think this team's going to be that. I mean, the vibes remain so preposterously high.
Yeah.
Their defense does scare me. I think Orlov, I think Leddy, Klingberg, like there's vets now.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Obviously Ferraro's great. Shout out Mar.
Mm-hmm.
But I do wonder if they're just so young. They're just so young.
And dude, they don't need every Sharks fan listening be completely fine and happy finishing 8th.
Yeah.
This does not matter at all because I promise you it won't be a 52-point 8th. You know what I mean? They will be way more competitive.
Correct.
So you don't care. I'm not even trying to put pressure on you. I just think, man, like Askarov, some of the ads on the back end to just shore it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the buzz in the Shark Tank could be enough on its own.
Yeah.
To get him into 7th. And I guess that's my best case scenario, truly. My best case scenario is Mac and Will doesn't have that dip that we've seen. I know he didn't win Rookie of the Year, but we've seen that Rookie of the Year dip a lot.
Yep.
They don't have it at all there. Mac especially is like a generational talent, and they just persevere. Misa is great, has a great, sturdy rookie season, and is competing for the Rookie of the Year the whole way through.
Definitely.
And I mean, you know, I love Graf still. So like Graf gets in the mix, becomes a regular in the lineup.
Yeah.
And Askarov is good. Askarov is like, oh hell yeah, we got it. We have a goalie. That's best case scenario.
Yeah. Not enough people talk about one William Eklund on this team.
Yeah.
That dude is only 22 years old, and he was second on the team in points with 58, and he signed a $5.6 million extension until 2029, I think. And that is insane.
That is insane.
Like, this team has $1 billion, and obviously they're going to have to pay all these young guys, but like, there is not a single bad contract on this team, except for Carey Price.
Yeah.
And
best case scenario is Carey Price plays.
Yeah. Did you hear Toff couldn't convince some of the young guys that he was going to suit up?
No.
He was like, dude, he's actually healthy. Like, he's going to play. And they were like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to have to pay all these guys. I do not, you're going to have to pay Will and Mac at the same time, which is going to be tough, but they're fine. These contracts are insane. The fact that you got Eki at that low of a hit is remarkable. I genuinely can't see a team with a brighter future. Genuinely.
Yep.
And I just think it's so fun. Everything about them is so fun. The Shark Tank is so fun. Their jerseys are fucking sick. The fact that they got Misa in the mix here too
is nuts, bro.
It's so nuts. They've got such a funny fucking collection of olds and youngs. They got the Utes and they got the Unks. And the Unk crew is so funny.
Yes.
And like, they're just such good dudes. I would love to be a part of this team. Like, and that's what I think so interesting. And I think those vibes just carry them through.
What could even,
Nothing.
It's funny. Usually we talk about nothing could go wrong for a team like Florida or whatever, or even Edmonton.
And to be fair, fans, we have put a kibosh on injuries.
Right.
We do not say injuries. So we do not will those into the world.
If you're out on injuries and I look at this team, I go, what could go wrong? And I'm like, nothing.
A sophomore slump from maybe two of the boys, but that wouldn't even faze me. It's
me
like
neither. That's what's funny.
So cool is I think we saw Smitty slump in the beginning of the year. I think he got out to a slow start and then he cooked. I mean, the fact that he finished the year with 45 points, just shy of 20 goals, like,
yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, they're fine, dude.
I'm so with you, dude. I think if I'm a Sharks fan, as I said, don't stress at all. One of the most stress-free seasons you have in front of you I've ever seen for a fan base. Because worst case scenario is Misa kind of stinks just as a rookie, and Will and Mac don't play well, and you guys have another 52-point season.
Yeah, and all of them are under contract, and you're like, yeah, we're fine.
And I go, who cares, dude? Enjoy Gavin McKenna.
What? Yeah, oh, fuck me. Can you imagine? What a world where you could finish 8th again and vibes remain as high as humanly possible.
Yeah. Okay, give me a surprise then.
Will Smith, 30 goals, 70 points.
That would be incredible. What did he finish with last year?
He finished with 18 goals, 45 points. I literally just said it.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to remember. How many goals?
18.
No, your prediction.
30.
30 goals. That would be fucking sick, dude. Okay, then I'll go Mac. Give me Mac. He went 25, 38, and 63. What a fucking year. Jesus.
It's fantastic.
What a year.
In only 70 games, too.
Yeah, wow. Give me...
He was a -31, though.
Yep, but we don't care.
No, I'll say it to him.
We don't care about that at this juncture.
I don't need you on the Masters leaderboard, dude. I don't need you there.
At this juncture. Actually, okay, here you go, Dan. Will and Toff and Mac.
30s?
All over 30s.
Get out of your mind.
30 for Will, 33 for Toff, 35 for Mac.
Okay.
Sick.
I was going to say, it's just going to be so fun watching Ty just score 30 again.
Again. God. So Sharks, you're going to be close to the bottom. I hope you get one up. Actually, they probably hope they're 8th just so they can add another insane pick to this team. Maybe maybe it's the Bruins situation.
Dude, what's funny is if they were to finish, if they finish last and let's say they get the one and they get Gavin, they legitimately might be like, this is too much. We have too many of these kids
what do we
now.
do?
Like, I don't know how. Like, you will eventually have to pay Misa, Will, Mac, and Gavin. You're like, we can't do this. Like,
they're staggered, though. You know, you're like, I figured this out. What a luxury. My God. Okay, another year in the bottom dwelling for the Sharks, but you're going to be okay because the feeding frenzy is coming soon.
Yes, sir.
Next team up, the Seattle Spunk, the Seattle Kraken. 2025-2026 NHL season preview last year. They went 35, 41, and 6 for 76 points. They finished 7th in the Pacific. This year, Dan, do you know where they're going to finish?
Yes.
Do you want to go first or second?
First.
3, 2, 1.
7th.
8th. I'm only because I made my Sharks pick 7. Yep. Someone had to go here.
I'm putting the Seattle Kraken in timeout.
I knew you were going to do that, dude. I knew it. Tell me why.
I'm putting them in timeout. I think they have every single piece available to shut me up, and I want to be shut up.
I hope it happens.
Their first year was so fucking magical. It was so fun.
Sick.
I think we saw massive regression last year.
We did
in like across the board, and that is just unacceptable, Soldier.
Yeah, correct.
So I don't. My take is I need them to grow up.
Yeah.
I need them to grow up.
And right now, Dan, you're right.
There are young guys on this team. Matty Beniers obviously is a still a very young, unbelievable player. But they have too many guys who are vets now to be playing the way they played last year. Look, like Capo Caco, I know that it was an addition, but Capo Caco, Jared McCann, Jordan Eberle, Chandler Stevenson, Mason Marchment, new guy, Jaden Schwartz. You guys are dudes that have no excuses. Mm-hmm. You know how to play in this league. You know how to be great players in this league. It's time to be great players in this league. And then on the D side, you know how big of a Vince Dunn guy I am.
My God.
Brandon Montour, friend of the program. Lindgren, you added, Alexiak, Larson. These are all fucking pros.
Yeah.
This is a roster of pros. And here's the thing. Good pros.
Yeah.
They're good pros. And they didn't play well last year. And I'm putting them in timeout, and I'm putting them 7th. And I'm like, fuck you for doing this. You have such a cool group and a new team, a new city. Jess is a fucking amazing coach. Get your shit together.
When you look at their stats, and we've read a lot of teams like this,
yeah.
And I think people get greedy with points in this league where it's like, if you're not scoring 140 points,
play too much NHL and you think everyone needs to have 75 points.
100%. But you look at it and it's Jared McCann leading the team with 61 points. And when I check their goals for, they're kind of right in the middle of the division. So even though that's low, they're not falling way behind.
No.
But they did give up the second most goals in the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I need to be improved. And it's by a wide margin, but the Sharks give up a lot of goals.
Yeah, yes,
so
sure
it's by a wide margin. That needs to be cleaned up because, to your point, bro, these are pros who shouldn't be why you're losing, because you're sloppy defensively.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to lose, because we couldn't get enough goals to go in. That's why Vegas lost in the playoffs this year. The goal scoring dries up.
Yeah.
It's not so much because you're like, well, we can't protect our own zone. That has to improve. And I think you have a chance to do that. And Decord, I think, will make a great jump. And because
Decord and Gruby's a good tandem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So you're thrilled about that. There's so many guys I love on this team. And God, getting that taste of the playoffs, I really thought was going to do so much for them in the immediate future.
Well, yeah, but we talked about, right, this team is similar to what we've said is a knock on Carolina in the past. This team doesn't have a star.
Yeah.
They don't have a star for
Not yet. Yep.
Do they have guys who could become
I hope turns into a star? Yes.
Yes, Matty Beniers, absolutely. First and foremost for me. Been working a ton on his skating, and I'm excited for him.
And they need him to be.
You wanted Shane Wright to be.
Can we talk about Shane Wright really quick?
Of course.
Shane Wright stared down the Montreal Canadiens at the draft and then fell to 4th or whatever.
Yeah, I believe so.
And you are now thinking, are the Canadiens going to pay for that, or is Shane Wright a massive bust? And at the start, it was like, oh, God, right? As a 19-year-old, he doesn't even touch the league, basically, as an 18. Or was that his 19 year? I can't remember. But basically, he goes to Seattle, gets 8 games, scores 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. 20-year-old, Seattle, 8 games, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points. Last year, 21-year-old, Seattle, 79 games, 19 goals, 25 assists, 44 points. Now, as the 4th overall pick, if that's what it was, which I think it was, we have a higher point plateau, certainly, than 44.
Sure.
But is there any... That's a great turnaround. Like, Shane Wright is now all of a sudden on a path to being like, oh, okay. Like, if he's 24 and he's like, yeah, I score 70 points a year.
I mean...
I go, good pick.
Absolutely.
Good pick.
Of course. There is no doubt that Shane Wright with 44 points last year is incredibly slept on.
It's crazy. 19 goals, dude.
Incredibly slept on. And what's funny is when you look
He's 21 years old.
When you look at that draft, Slavkovsky went 1, and he had what, like 51 points
check.
last year? And I think there's a lot of Habs fans who are like, Slav, dude, Slav's waking up. Slav's insane.
Oh, totally.
What do you have, 51?
I'm checking right now. Slav had 51, 18,
Yeah.
one less goal, by the
Yeah.
way. 18 goals, 33 assists, 51 points.
So like 51 points, 7 more points than Shane Wright.
Less goals.
Simone Nemec hasn't really played
Yep.
for the Devils. Logan Cooley, amazing.
Yeah.
Then it's Shane Wright, Cutter, amazing. Juracek, we're going to see Juracek. Korchinski, not much doing. Marco Kasper, great player. Matty Savoy, we're going to see. He's been moved already.
Yep.
We're going to see what he does.
But Cutter,
Minikov, great. But like what I'm saying is, like no one, we're going to see the first real year of Rutger McGroarty here. Frank Nazar last year, what did Frank have? Like
I'll tell you, but
40...
Cutter, Dan, real quick, also 21, obviously. 82 games, 20 goals, 24 assists, 44 points. Same amount of points, one more goal. And we are like, Cutter's a megastar in the making.
Like it is a very untalked about thing how Shane Wright has totally redeemed himself.
This is a completely good pick.
Yeah.
And now Seattle goes, we got a steal on our hands.
Yeah, and I'm like, Daily Faceoff has him as like the fourth line center, and I'm like, Shane Wright is your second line center.
Dan, Frank, since I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you have a guess?
For who? Sorry?
Frank?
Only
53 games.
53?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had like 34 points.
12 and 14 for 26.
26, okay. But yeah, lower game size. So yeah, it's like, he is,
dude,
it's insane.
They've got him on the fourth fucking line. I'm like, you have a Shane Wright. Like, Shane Wright's lurking on this team where I'm like, wait, is he nasty?
Shane Wright, the narrative around Shane Wright is crazy. And it's very untalked about how what a redemption story this is.
Sick, dude.
So if that keeps going up, great. But yeah, for me, this team, what could go wrong? No one emerges.
Yeah.
No one emerges. And I think best case scenario is all you fucking great pros on this team, you get your shit together and you start kicking everyone in high gear.
Unfortunately, though, I don't see playoffs even in best case scenario yet. Do you?
I could see frankly, their first year. It's almost like McCann scored 40 that year.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
God, he could do that
I could
again.
see a year where like every one of these pros has like their close to their ceiling. And again, I don't think any of these guys are sniffing 100 points, but it's one of those things where like if 8 guys have like 60 to 70 points, like they get in playoffs.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you best case scenario on that. But it's a big ask.
It is a big ask.
And then what could go wrong is no one takes a step.
No one emerges. Yeah. No one emerges.
Team. Give me one surprise that you love.
I think a big bounce back year from Vince Dunn. Show me 65 to 70 points.
Love it.
No, show me 60 to 65.
I got to do to Matty the same thing I did to Trevor Moore. Put a lot of pressure on him because I've been betting on him to score 30 every fucking year.
Yeah, you sure have.
And this year, Matty, hear me loud and clear.
See it.
30 burger incoming. 23-year-old, 30 goals. Give it to me, please. 68 points. 30 goals, 68 points. Come on.
I could see it.
Come on. Okay, the next team. This one, people are going to get pissed at me. The Vancouver Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks 2025-26 NHL season preview. Last year, they went 38, 30, and 14 for 90 points, and they finished 5th in the Pacific.
First.
So they finished first.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, that's where you're going.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going first. Okay. This year, they will finish 3, 2, 1.
Sixth. Sorry, I just,
and I can't. You did the reverse.
I didn't have my list in front of me.
Oh, This is when the second you went Ducks 4, I knew we were careening towards this, and this is the one I feel like is I'm the least sure of. Holy fuck!
You're the least sure of this.
Yeah, because there's talent on this team.
I feel utterly certain with this pick.
Okay, tell me why.
I don't want to sewer
yep.
JD here, but like we talked about it with JD over the weekend. I think this I don't like this roster.
You're really I hear you. By the way, I look at it too and I go, what are these lines?
I've said a million times. I think I said it when we did our top 10 thing the other week. I think Quinn Hughes is a top 10 player in the NHL. I believe in Elias Pettersson in a monstrous way, and I think he's going to have a major, major bounce back year. But even with that, I just don't know what we're talking about here. Quinn Hughes led the team last year with 76 points, and then there was a massive, who is a defenseman.
Yeah, I know.
And then there was a massive drop off to number 2 and 3 with 50. And I love Brock Besser. I do.
Yep.
Brock Besser had 25 goals, 25 assists for 50 points. I think Brock's going to probably have like 35 next year. So
Me too.
He's going to bump up. After that, with the exception of Petey, everyone on this team and their point production is exactly what I think they're going to do again.
Yeah.
Is Evander Kane going to have 80 points for you next year? 70 points for you next year? 60 points for you next year? I don't know.
I think, and granted, I picked him 6 too, so I'm with you. I think this is going to happen. And I would say what could go wrong is Elias actually, in this case, you need to allow me to do a health thing.
Please.
What could go wrong is Thatcher Demko will never be healthy again for the rest of his life. And I mean 100% healthy. I don't mean he's hurt and needs surgery. I just mean Thatcher Demko, with his hip situation, it cannot play goalie consistently at healthy anymore.
Yep.
And that scares the shit out of me if I'm a Canucks fan, which is why I have them 6, because I just can't trust that situation over 82 games. And Elias Pettersson, who I think is nasty, doesn't quite zoom back up just because the noise is gone. Now he's wearing noise-canceling headphones, and now he's a 100-point guy again. I don't know.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? He doesn't. Quinn Hughes fucking leaves because he's like, bro, this is a joke. Get me out of here. And Thatcher Demko can't play no more.
Yeah.
Nightmare fuel if you're Vancouver, and maybe you are 8.
Yeah, I just, again, I don't I don't like the way that this roster's been constructed. I was so happy for this team
2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
it was
so
awesome.
Like we were
and
like
on paper, they're always good on paper,
and then they were nasty. I was also so happy for this team when Brock Besser came back.
Yeah,
I thought that was just a marvelous win.
Kind of weird, Dan, that they're not good on paper anymore. Like our whole shtick was like the Canucks are good on paper, and now I'm like, wait.
Well, like they did, they lost JT Miller, which is a massive loss.
Oh yeah, God.
But I'm with you. It does feel like
what happened?
I'm like, what changed?
Because they're not
so
that different. Yeah.
But it does feel like it. And yeah, man, I don't know. Demko being a healthy Demko, which he fucking better be after that contract. Like that is crazy town.
Yep.
If not. But a healthy Demko changes things significantly. But again, I don't know. I think Marcus Pettersson's a great player. I think that was a really good trade. But is Elias Pettersson 2 a really solid guy that's going to help out Demko? How's Myers' health and game? Forbert, same deal. The roster doesn't fill me with a ton of confidence.
Yep.
If you're looking at a second line of Evander Kane, Phil Hedl, and Lekkerimäki, I'm a bit worried.
Yep.
And keep in mind that's a second line that has Jake DeBrusk on your first line. And I love Jake.
I love Jake.
I've said, I think Jake is like a 30 goal, 25 assist, 30 assist guy. But it's like, I don't know.
Give me, what is best case scenario that this team makes the playoffs? Because I'm seeing people pick them to make the playoffs.
Yes.
Best case scenario
is I think all clicks. They're 4th, maybe 3rd seed. That would shock me, but I could see a 4th seed getting in. Worst case scenario is the first 20 games.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario for me is first 20 games, and it's looking bad. It's like not much, but it's below 500, and just nothing's going. Elias Pettersson isn't playing that well, and you're like, oh God.
Give me a surprise, and then I have a question for you.
A surprise is...
Don't say Connor Garland, or you'll be fought by me.
A surprise is a significant trade before Christmas.
Unfortunately, that might be true.
Fans, that's not a Quinn comment. It's not going to be Quinn. But there's a significant trade before Christmas. Would be a surprise.
Longtime listeners know I'm obsessed with Connor Garland. I think he's incredible. He scored 20 goals the year before, 22 in his second year in the league. He scratched 19 again. I'm telling you,
It's got the 30s coming.
he has 30 goals in him.
Man, you're a big 30-goal guy.
I'm telling you, he has 30 goals in him, dude. I know he does. That's the surprise because they got to get goals from somewhere. Question for you before we leave the Canucks stand. I'm not sure, and I'm being dead ass right now.
Okay.
This isn't even a bit, which I'm often doing, but I'm being completely serious. I'm not sure that you can have 2 Elias Petterssons on your team.
If there's any team that can do it, it's the Vancouver Canucks because of the Sedins. You're allowed to have multiples. Listen to me. Listen to me. They set a rule, and they've established a situation where the Vancouver Canucks are allowed to have multiples with Swedish players.
This is such a good answer, dude.
It's the truth.
It's the only team they can have 2 clones on the team.
Well, and they need to be Swedish. You're allowed to have Swedish multiples.
I just can't fathom. Like sometimes when I'm drafting fantasy football, I don't even want 2 guys from the same team. I can't imagine having 2 guys on my team with the same fucking name. Dude.
I legitimately think they did it as a bit. There's no other explanation.
You can't win like that, Dan.
There's no other explanation.
You can't win NHL games if there are 2 guys with the same name on your team. And I stand by that.
There is truly no other explanation.
Could they legally do a Goldberg-Russ Tyler situation, which was illegal in that movie? And forget the helmet off thing, but I don't think you can put the guy in the wrong jersey. But couldn't you legally say that is Elias Pettersson?
I don't think so because maybe literally because of NHL rules, Elias Pettersson 2, I think National Hockey League is listed as Elias Nils Pettersson. I think
no way that's going on his jersey.
No. It'll be Pettersson on the back of his jersey.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that legally,
because his number, dude, changes.
That they could do that. And also, I now would like to petition the league to put Pettersson (2) and parentheses on.
I'm also going to say
Dean
this:
Pettersson's name on his jersey.
If the Sedins at no point in their NHL career went out on the ice with each other's jerseys on and played a full game, that is a huge missed opportunity.
Massive.
Huge.
Massive miss.
And
I pray to God they done
if
that.
I were the coach of that team, if I were the GM of that team, I would have gone, this is funny enough to do it. If they dock us a game, we'll take the fine, we'll take a game, whatever. It's just like you have to do that. And if you didn't, guys, you blew it.
You should be embarrassed. Yeah. Okay, the last team in the Pacific, Dan. Fittingly, this one's a good one to talk about last. The Vegas Golden Knights. 2025-26 NHL season preview. Last year, they went 50, 22, and 10 for 110 points. So consistent. Finished first in the Pacific. Made the playoffs.
Come on.
This year, they will finish. First time, actually, in our last team, we don't have the same, I think. You go first. 3, 2, 1, first. Second. Hard not to go first with this team.
Yeah.
Very hard not to go first with this team, especially after the player they traded for this summer.
They're really good.
They're really good. The reason I didn't do it is Kopi drunkenness, losing Pietrangelo. That was the only thing I was hanging my hat on.
I get you.
Kings chaos, last barn door fever, last push, last set, baby. Pietrangelo out. Then I saw this article that said Pietrangelo might try to play at the end of the season. And I was like, if it's not the most Vegas thing of all time, that the year they lose LTIR, they somehow will get back Pietrangelo anyway. Like they will do this anyway. They pulled it off. First, they could win first without best case scenario, but what's best case scenario for the Vegas Golden Knights? I know what it is.
Best case scenario for the Vegas Golden Knights is either Mitch or Jack scores or sniffs 40 goals. And they show that one of them
can do it.
That's
a great answer.
Not even can do it.
Great answer.
One of them takes on the responsibility of one of us has to score.
Yep. That is so good. Mine was just going to be Mitch Marner. Not that he's been bad ever, because he's been awesome. But Mitch Marner is free of the Toronto media shackles.
Yeah.
And the living in Toronto shackles. And just gets to be on the Vegas Strip where there's something cooler attracting people's attention at all times. And he gets the the life that these guys live, Dan. He's got a pool now. It's not humid now, Dan.
Yep.
He can go nice dinners. No one bothers him.
No one.
He can see a show.
He's alone.
On a night off.
He's with me.
By himself.
He's with me seeing O.
He's seeing O
watching
with
a
you.
Cirque du Soleil show with me.
Yeah.
And he's like this. This is the happiest I've been in years.
And he goes, should we walk back? And we go, sure. Should we walk to the strip? And we go, sure. And he goes, pretty sweaty because it's so hot. And I go, but it's a dry heat, isn't it, Mitch? And he goes, it is a dry heat. I'm here too now, if you didn't notice. I'm also here. I didn't see the show, but I met you guys.
We're sitting at the tables looking around.
Yeah.
He goes, no one's taking my picture. And I go,
amazing. Should we win some money at the Bellagio?
I never will, pal.
And he goes, yes. And then we go, how about we go back to your pool at your place? And then we hit golf balls.
Now we're talking. I thought we were getting weird for a second.
No. Dude, we're relaxing. Christ.
Why is he such good friends with us all of a sudden?
We're good guys.
That's true. We're fun.
We're good guys.
We'll take care of you.
And now, Dan, the next day, he's got a game. And he goes, how could I not play the best hockey of my life
I'm loose.
after the day I had yesterday?
He's so loose.
If you get that Mitch Marner for an entire season, this team is winning the Pacific and going to the Western Conference Finals minimum.
Correct.
Minimum.
Correct.
Could anything go wrong?
You know what I want to talk about?
No injuries.
Again, we don't talk about
no injuries.
This group. Let me just read through their lines, okay?
Yeah.
In no particular setting, but their lines are Ivan Barbashev, Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, Riley Smith, welcome back, William Karlsson, Mark Stone, Brandon Saad, Tomas Hertl, Pavel Dorofeyev,
who was awesome
disgusting
last year.
Disgusting. Brett Howden, Colton Sissons, Keegan Kolesar. I want to point out in this group, right? We just had Tomas Hertl on the third line, which I don't know if that will be the case. I'd be surprised if that's going to be the case. Tomas Hertl scored 32 goals last year. I also want to point out Brett Howden and Keegan Kolesar, who are on your fourth lines. Brett Howden scored 23 goals last year with 40 points. Keegan Kolesar, who is a fucking battering ram,
Correct.
literally collapsed Matthew Tkachuk's sternum on his way to Stanley Cup, had 30 points last year. Let me also tell you this, Chris. I'm going to read players for you. Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Tomas Hertl, Shea Theodore, Dorofeyev, Barbashev, Howden, Hanifin, Pietrangelo, who's out, obviously, Keegan Kolesar.
Yep.
William Karlsson. We'll keep going. Braden McNabb. Only one of those humans was in a dash in their plus minus. This team is so fucking deep. And what's crazy is
Dorofeyev scored 35 goals.
Yeah.
He's got third line wing.
And what's crazy is we talk about the fact that they're down Pietrangelo. Would you like to hear their D?
I know, dude.
Braden McNabb, Shea Theodore, who is, for those who still somehow remain unaware, Shea Theodore is a top 5 defenseman in the NHL, possibly, if not probably.
He's not that good, but he's...
Are you sure?
Top 5?
Are you sure? The way he does it at both ends, and just to give you a little refresher, Shea Theodore was 4th on that team in points with 57 points in 67 games and a plus 18.
Apples. 50 apples.
50
is
assists.
moronic. 50 apples is moronic.
In 67 games.
Might be top 5.
It's fucking gross. Their D is Braden McNabb, Shea Theodore, Noah Hanifin, Zach Whitecloud, Jeremy Lauzon, and Caden Korzak. And like that, dude, that is a very good decor, and you're down Petro. You
know what else, Dan? I need to eat a little crow too, because I've been doing this blank will hurt you in playoffs, but not in regular season. Missing Pietrangelo, if he's still out, will hurt you in playoffs far worse than it hurts you in this regular season.
But may I say, and we're not breaking news here, this team's cap compliant because Pietrangelo on LTIR.
Yep.
I personally believe Alex Pietrangelo is not playing this season.
Yeah, same.
And I think the team thinks that too. That changes your mentality. Larry Bird ain't walking through that door.
Good point.
So when they go with this group and they go, Petro ain't coming back, no one in that group's playing with a tight stick going, I'm going to lose my spot when he comes back. This is their group. So let's say they have a couple tough games on D. They're not going, well, fucking whatever, dude. When Petro comes back, we're fine. They figure it out. They make some changes. Maybe they make a trade. I don't know. But my point is the team, the locker room, they're like, we know it. The Caps last year knew Osh wasn't coming back.
Yep.
That does look at how they did.
Yeah, my God.
I think this group knows he's not coming back, so they will act accordingly.
Yeah, and pick up slack. We're talking about slack a lot, dude. Slack's going to get picked up where the Marner left in Toronto, but that slack's going to get picked up here too, and they have the horses to do it, absolutely.
Their depth is fucking crazy, man, and I just like, if Stone can stay healthy, Karlsson probably has a bit... the fact that Riley is back with Karlsson, I actually see
so sick.
Riley Smith back on this Vegas team feels like such an obvious 40 points. It's just like this, he's like, yep, I'm back with the boys, and he's back with Wild Bill.
I know. Dude, I don't even... Here's another one where I'm like, what could go wrong? You look at this team, they led the Pacific in goals for, and now you add Mitch Marner.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe, because I've been Mr. Regression this whole series of episodes, I guess maybe people can start throwing that in my face where you're like, is Dorofeev going to score 35 goals again after scoring 0, 7, and 13?
Yeah, but to that I would say probably, because he's 24.
Agree.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. I believe in a lot of these guys, but you could throw some regression back in my face for some of these guys. But they led the Pacific in goals for and then added Mitch Marner. Yeah. And then they were second in the Pacific in goals against, behind the Kings, who were got a Vezina finalist Kemper performance, which I don't even know if they'll get that again, but you hope so. If you're nitpicking and you're going, something could go wrong, I kind of view it as the back end. Or I guess this, if something goes wrong, worst case scenario, it's Marner and Eichel no one shoots. And Adin Hill kind of isn't giving you pretty much what he's given you every year. Yeah. So I don't know why you would criticize him, but my God, people still do so much. But you don't quite get the best season out of Adin Hill, and no one can shoot the puck.
Yeah.
But even that is a 2-seed.
It's crazy.
They are that good. So I cannot wait to see Mitch Marner's first game. I cannot wait to see him go back to Toronto.
Absolutely agree.
So I have...
Gun to your head.
Go.
Is this Jack Eichel's last year in Vegas?
No.
Agree. Okay.
But I think it's a conversation, but I don't think so. I have the Kings, the Knights, the Oilers, the Ducks, the Flames, the Canucks, the Sharks, and the Kraken.
I have the Knights, the Kings. Nope. The Knights, the Oilers, the Kings, the Ducks, the Flames, the Canucks, the Kraken, the Sharks. That is it for our Pacific Division preview, breakdown, predictions. Let's take a quick ad break and then come back. I want to give you guys a kick. I want to give you a nice, beautiful nicotine kick that is scientifically crafted, always tobacco-free, and giving you some of the best delivery system you could ever get in the nicotine game. And that's coming from Lucy. Lucy's got pouches for you. They've got breakers. They've got lozenges. They've got gum. They're ranging from 4 to 8 to 12 milligrams, depending on the type of kick you want. And the best part about Lucy is they're taking care of you with whatever need you have, whether it's energy, whether it's focus, whether it's relaxation. Lucy has you covered. Me, myself, I talk about it all the time. I'm big on the golf course these days, and I need to laser in. I'm trying to go low. I'm birdie hunting. I pop a Lucy pouch in. All of a sudden, I feel like Tom Brady out there. Laser focus. Also, the relaxation front. I didn't even know that was a thing when it came to nicotine, but Lucy has given me that after dinner. I don't want any sweets. I'm trying to stay tight. Pop a Lucy in, digest, chill out, watch a movie. It's fantastic. The flavors are unbelievable. I'm on a big wintergreen kick right now, but I'm telling you what, it's fall. They got a nice coffee flavor. It's like espresso. I'm going to get into that. I'll tell you that much. I don't drink coffee, so that might be my fix. It's fantastic. That's what Lucy's doing. So, it's time for you to enjoy some Lucy. It's time for you to give it a shot. You're going to go to lucy.co/Friday and use promo code Friday, and you're going to get 20% off your next order. Again, that's lucy.co/Friday, promo code Friday, 20% off. Let Lucy take care of all of your needs right now.
brand new Light Strike Blue Rush. Are you kidding me right now? I already loved Light Strike. Then all of a sudden they go, oh, it's September. Oh, here comes fall. Don't worry. I have a new flavor called Blue Rush. And it's a mix of berries and yuzu flavors. And I'll say again, are you kidding me? Not carbonated, because I'm kind of out on bubbles right now, and I'm actually loving this. Resealable bottle. I can have some of it. I can take it on the move. Fantastic. 10% coconut water, 5% alcohol by volume. Oh my God, it's shockingly smooth. It's fizz-free experience. I can't tell you that Light Strike is built for people who go hard and never tap out, just like me, just like DP, just like when I'm on the road, because hockey season's back, and I'm about to be buzzing all over the place, and we like to have fun, but we like to be in good place the next day. Bang, Light Strike. That's what it does for me because it's so money. It's perfect for football tailgates. It's perfect for any of your day drinking needs. It's perfect for hockey season right around the corner. It's perfect for the Friday Beers crew and DJ press play throwing parties. This is my drink of choice right now, and this Blue Rush is my flavor of choice right now. So what I would like you to do is go to drinklightstrike.com to find out where you can get some near you. And do not miss the Blue Rush.
We are back, and before we get into what I think is going to be a very fun Not Ice, I want to give a quick shout out, one of the great members of the Netters community, of the network, Martin. Big Devils fan, awesome dude, always DMing, always commenting, has been there from day one. He's a day one for sure, and another day one is Martin's grandma. Bang. Sadly, just passed away, 95 years old, huge Bees fan.
Incredible.
Huge Bees fan and a big listener of the pod. Martin and his grandma used to listen to the pod together all the time. I'm sure going head to head, Devils, Bruin stuff. And I can't begin to express how gas it is that we had a 95-year-old weapon listening to the pod.
So cool.
That
Fires me up right now.
Unbelievable. Shouting out Martin and your grandma. Thank you for being members of the network. And just like we're pouring one out and having a nice cold cocktail for grandma. A Bees fan? Come on.
Unbelievable.
Let's talk about more legends.
Yes.
This segment of Not Ice is going to be strictly spent on AKA Charlie Sheen.
The Charlie Sheen 2-part documentary on Netflix. If you haven't seen it,
High recommend.
2 things. 1, high recommend. 2nd thing, spoilers. So if you'd like to watch it, go watch it. Come back and listen to this part. What a production, Dan.
What a production. Really well made doc. Tragic.
In a lot of ways tragic, in a lot of ways funny.
Dude, can I tell you my biggest takeaway?
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from the Charlie Sheen doc, we were robbed.
Dude, you said this to me. You're so right.
We were robbed. He's America's sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
He's the coolest dude. He is the nicest dude.
Yep.
He is so introspective, self-aware, and fucking addiction just got him, dude.
Yeah.
It just, like, what the fuck? And also, I mentioned it to you earlier, Chuck Lorre, creator of is that his name?
Yeah, 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men
creator. A creator of fucking everything.
In the doc, he references Charlie Sheen. He's like, he was Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Like, he could be fucked up and he would be charming as all get out. And hate that I just said that.
Yeah.
But it's the case. And that's who he was. And like, he was a rock star. And he should have been our rock star forever.
Can I flip this on its head for you?
Yeah.
You say we were robbed. You say poor Toby. I say poor us. Do you know what that's from?
Poor Toby, poor us. Is his name Toby?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh.
When that one guy who doesn't talk the whole movie.
Yeah.
He talks at the end.
I don't think
it's Toby. Someone's like hurt, and then he says, we're going to look this up.
Okay.
But I'm going to flip this on your head. You say we were robbed. I say we're lucky because addiction didn't get him.
True.
It almost did. We almost lost him at 30. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that sucks.
I do just, I get sad.
Me too.
Charlie is what? How old's Charlie? Look that up for me. Charlie's probably 60-something. Is he 70s? Is he in his 70s?
No.
He's got to be 64.
60 even.
60 even.
Young man.
You know who else is 60?
Who?
Brad Pitt.
That is.
And Brad Pitt
and is doing F1.
just starred
Brad Pitt's 61, my friend.
he just starred in a Formula One movie and won.
Yeah, where he's like 40.
He won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what Charlie Sheen should be doing still.
Yeah.
He was that dude was a heartthrob too.
Bro, my biggest takeaway is I was completely unaware how famous he was, which is insane, but I just didn't know. Hit me with some MVP people or moments from you in this doc.
Yeah. Okay. My two big MVPs. I'm going to go hard on one of them.
Yep.
My two big MVPs are one, Martin Sheen, dad.
Yeah, dad.
He's not even in the doc.
I know. Because he said it wanted to be Charlie's moment. He said that.
That's remarkable. And I believe every word of that because the way Charlie speaks of his dad and they would splice in these clips of scenes from Martin acting with Charlie, the awesome Michael Jordan game.
Yeah, that was
like
sick.
Martin Sheen clearly loves Charlie so much and did everything to protect him. And the love and just the way Charlie reveres him is remarkable. So I'm like, MVP dad.
Yeah.
My glaring MVP from this doc was Denise Richards.
Dude, unbelievable performance.
Dude,
the end totally got me.
First of all, I get why I fell in love with her.
Yeah, same.
Take away the fact that she is a beautiful, striking woman. This gal has the mouth of a sailor.
And is a homie.
And her breakdown when she's like, don't fucking stop filming. This is real. You want this to be real or to be fake? I don't fucking care. I was like, yes, dude.
Shooting a fucking documentary.
She was such a badass. And you could tell before she even says it. These two got married. They were hot and heavy. They got married. She was on the show. They had beautiful kids together. And they had a violent, tumultuous divorce in the press. He was on drugs. He was all over the place. And she talks about it, honestly. And she's like, it was fucking terrible, the shit I went through. But you could, the whole time, tell that she still loves the guy.
Yep.
And she's fought for the guy. And she was there for the guy. And she says at the end, she's like, I still love him. And through tears. And I was like, you fucking ride or die, bitch.
Yeah.
I would kill for you. I would kill for that woman.
Oh, dude.
Unbelievable, dude.
Okay.
I would go to war for that woman.
Dude, I'm always unhinged, but my MVP was that drug dealer guy. Do you remember that guy?
Son of a bitch. Yeah. What was his name? Marco or something?
He had a couple lines that absolutely killed me. Okay, here's why he's MVP for me. First and foremost, he's the guy that got him clean. Like, he's literally was the guy that was using less and less potent crack over a year and a half to wean Charlie Sheen off coke to the point that Charlie goes, I don't even want to do this anymore. It doesn't even work. And he's like, yeah, you're right, bro. But it's actually been Marco the whole time. Second of all, dude.
Insane.
When he his first introduction to him, when he's like, I'm Charlie Sheen, like, give me drugs. And he's giving me like $15,000 a day. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? This is sick. So he's partying with him. And then there's that one middle part where he ODs or something bad happens. And Marco's like, I didn't want him to die, man. He's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah. Dude, and also there's that unbelievable scene where I forget what talk show they show clips of it, where Charlie's like, I was smoking 7 pound. What does he say? Like
7 gram
7 gram rocks.
Myself. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. But it sounds like a lot. And it cuts to Marco and he's like, when he said I was smoking 7 gram rocks, like he was doing it.
He was doing it.
I was like, Jesus.
Dude, it reminds me of that line in Blow when he's like, most people, doctors say, like,
I had a high tolerance.
Yeah, I guess I had a high tolerance. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So that guy I was obsessed with, dude. I was loving him.
It was really cool seeing the people that he was homies with, like Chris Tucker, Sean Penn, Tony Todd being in that doc.
Tony Todd's my other MVP.
I was like, Tony Todd. I was like,
this guy's the man.
Tony
dude.
God.
You know what my favorite part is? I didn't even put favorite part, but this was my favorite part of the whole doc. Such a random thing, dude. But when he first got out of his long stint in rehab.
Yeah.
And Martin picks him up, and they drive back with Tony near a baseball field playing a men's league game. And Charlie goes, can I hit? And they're like, what? And they're like, it's Charlie Sheen. And he goes, okay. He goes 350 up the power alley, dude. I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Two of the best moments. Of his dad. Two of the best moments. I'm watching this with Locks, and he was like, this guy's incredible.
Yeah.
And it happened when he is in rehab, has his bodyguard smuggle him in dope. The orderlies catch him and they're like, give us the fucking dope. And he's like, can I please just watch the Bulls Jazz game?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And then on his first date with Denise, he's like, We're going to this San Francisco Giants game. Barry Bonds is like 69 home runs.
He saw 70,
dude. Like, the fact that these are the things that are important to him, Locks was like, I fucking love this guy, dude. This guy's incredible. He's amazing.
This guy's incredible. Also, well, actually, I'll say that for craziest part. Those were amazing. Okay, actually, let's do it. Craziest parts. Couple come to mind for me. One, that rehab stint when he looks at the chick and he goes, I have a bikini judging contest in Palm Springs.
Dude.
Doesn't matter if I get sober tomorrow or today.
Yeah.
And he goes, let me sneak out, go to this bikini contest, get fucked up with my boys in Palm Springs. I will come back by 8 a.m. If I don't come back, I will hand you $1 million. And she goes, okay.
Deal.
He goes and does it, stumbles it at 7:50 a.m. And she goes, damn.
Goddamn. I thought I had him.
That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And then there's two other ones that come to mind.
Mine is, dude, he marries Brooke Miller.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And
we just kind of skipped LVP. Maybe she might be LVP.
When Charlie, she sat down and began talking, and I was like, oh, babe.
Oh, no.
You got fucking red flags hanging out your back.
Yeah.
And
she looks like a bull.
Charlie goes, she was like a lighthouse for me. And he's like, I met her. She was 5 years sober. And I'm like, doubt that lasted very long. And then you hear the story from Cryer, how she didn't go to the wedding, his wife did. And his wife calls him and goes, Martin Sheen's toast was, I hope you kids know what you're doing. And then instantly, these people are just on crack.
Yes.
Like instantly.
Is crack with her.
He marries her clearly against the wishes of everybody, and she's 5 years sober. And then she's like dusting rails in the bathroom, and then he was like, "Let me show you how to cook this shit up."
Dude, if that is not one of the most, and sick, don't get me wrong, sick and deranged, but if that is not one of the most badass lines I've ever seen, where someone is doing coke and he goes, "Stop wasting it, because I'll show you how to really cook it." That was some Walter White.
Oh, that
like,
scared me.
Me too.
That scared me.
Dude, seeing someone snort it and going, "Stop wasting coke."
Yeah.
I was like,
what? That was crazy, dude.
Dude, so you want to talk crack? Another one of my favorite craziest moments was that he meets a lady of the night. And
what the shit? Heidi Fleiss was that?
Well,
chick's
that was
name?
a whole crazy thing.
I
was actually pissed.
Was that
at
the
her.
chick with the parrot?
Yeah.
Holy hell! I've never been more terrified of
Me
him.
too. And I was kind of pissed at her for getting so mad at him.
Yeah.
She was like, "Do the time," and I was like, "Do the time?
Fuck you.
He's gonna do 7 years. He's Charlie Sheen. Shut the fuck up." So anyway, he meets a lady of the night, takes her back. She is doing crack, and because she's like, he like took her out of a bad situation. Like a guy, he pulled a gun on a guy. Gets her out of the house. She goes to bed. She wakes up and she's like, "Hey, I'm kind of jonesing. Do you mind if I smoke crack? Smoke crack with me, bro." And he was like, "Just fucking smoke crack with me, bro." And he goes, "No, dude, I'm not trying to do that." She goes, his quote, "Let me combo this up for you."
Yeah.
And she lets him rip a crack pipe while she blows him. And he goes, "It is literally the greatest moment of my entire life." And I go, "You have got to be kidding me."
Dude, it was like, we kept making the joke. It was like, kind of makes me want to do crack.
I know. And then the other one, dude, was the Nick Cage plane story. Do you remember that part?
Yes, incredible. I mean, you could talk about the very beginning of the doc when what was he on that plane from France or something? Or it sounded like it was a French plane.
Yeah.
But they just let him fucking sit in the cockpit and start flying the plane.
Fucked up out of his mind.
Can you imagine that?
Dude, and they're taking pictures of him. He goes, "We know it'd be cool if I had that captain's hat on." But Nick Cage buzzing the plane, going, "Hey, the pilots lost control of the plane. We're going to die." Everybody freaks out. The police come, and Charlie's got a brick of coke taped to his fucking leg. And then Nick didn't know.
What Nick doesn't know. So I've got a brick of cocaine taped.
Dude, Nick Cage sounds fucking electric.
As you know, I've met Nick Cage a bunch of times, dude. Working on National Treasure 3.
It's probably not good, to be honest with you.
Every
runs
conversation I've had with Nick Cage was one of the craziest energy I've ever been a part of in my life.
They must have loved each other.
Oh, dude.
Like, they must have been
I can't believe they survived.
Yeah.
The second he brought up Nick Cage, I was like, oh my God, you guys were rolling together? What? You're alive.
You're alive. Both of you.
We're going to get a Nick Cage doc one of these days.
I cannot wait for that.
And you know what? You're right, dude. We got both of them. We've got both of them, and that's
them.
special. And listen, you said it well. I don't think people appreciate how much of a star he is. And I'm telling you right now, if addiction didn't get him or didn't try to get him, we would have Oscar nominations out the wazoo for this guy. And I wish he was still in it. I wish he was still working.
Oh, I almost forgot one of my favorite parts.
But I love him, man. The guy's, he was fucking,
dude.
He was nails.
I think it was a movie.
He is nails.
He said he was doing, fuck, that would have been sick. He was doing a movie. He was like, I was just taking jobs just for blow money.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was doing a movie, I was fucked up, and the director is like, bro, you are literally falling asleep on camera.
Yeah.
So he goes, just get me a cup of ice. Do you remember this?
Yeah, he sticks a cube up his ass.
He sticks a cube of ice up his asshole. And he was like, dude, best thing I've ever hit. I was like, I've been doing salts before beer league, dude. I might shove an ice cube up my ass.
My last take on this, when he described his dabble into homosexual encounters by flipping over the menu.
Might have this for an appetizer. Maybe have one of these. To get
genuinely,
maybe one of everything.
Genuinely, watching that doc, I think I went, that this is the coolest part of the doc. Be it like they're clearly they're being like, are you cool to talk about this?
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, I'm cool to talk about it.
Fucking liberating, man.
And he relates it to saying when you are in the crack hole, no pun intended.
Sexual drug. It's a sexual drug,
and it is a sexual drug, and you got to dabble. And he made the analogy that you were looking at a menu, you realize you've had everything on the menu, so you flip it over and realize there's more on that side. I was like, that was literally the coolest part of the doc.
Fucking liberating.
I was like, what a fucking legend.
If you haven't watched this movie, make it your top priority.
Go watch it on Netflix right now.
And I hope he, I don't know where he is in his acting life, if he's like, I don't want to ever do that again.
I know.
But I would love if he got back in the game.
Me too, dude.
In a healthy way.
I wonder if he can get insured, but like, man, I'd love it.
So sick.
Chuck Sheen.
America's
sweetheart.
God.
Phenomenal.
Well, big news. I got my paws on some Mug root beer, and I know you want to get your paws on some too, because you want to have that dog in you just like I do. Because, man, I start thinking about times when I had that dog in me, and it fires me up so much. Because this weekend, I had to go to Boston. I had a roller hockey tournament. I wanted to see some friends there, but I got friends from home. I got friends from the roller hockey tournament. I got people going all over the place, and they go, CP, you just traveled on plane. You're pretty tired. There's no way you're going to be able to rally all night, hang out with everybody. But I go, oh, not so fast. I actually really like living my life unfiltered. I really like letting loose. I really like embracing my inner dog. So what I did was I got empowered by the bold flavor of Mug root beer, and I ripped it with my friends all day, watched football Sunday, and then made it back to work Monday because I had the dog in me. Okay, so the next time you are craving something cold, something frothy, something packed full like it's going to explode with unapologetic flavor, I want you to crack open a Mug root beer yourself. You can find them anywhere. Find one at your local store, grocery store, whatever, or you go to mugrootbeer.com/find-mug. That's FIND-MUG. And you can find out how to get some of your paws on some Mug root beer. This one's my favorite, by the way. No sugar, no caffeine. You kidding me? Bang. Okay, we've got one more bit of really fun not ice for you in this episode.
Yes, that's right. Dabbling back in the music world.
Dabbling back in the music world. We love a good musician, Dan. We love a good musician, and we love, even more than that, a good musician that loves hockey, and we love, even more than that, a good musician that is still playing puck. Come on.
Kick it to him.
Without any further ado, I would like to send it to our interview with Bokan, lead singer of Bless the Fall. Well, Dan, today we continue our quest to prove that every musician wants to be an athlete and every athlete dreams of being a musician. I am very proud to welcome Bokan, lead singer of Bless the Fall, Huntington Beach, California native, to the Empty Netters podcast. Welcome, my man.
What's going on? It's funny, I grew up in East LA, but I moved to Huntington Beach and then pretended I was from Huntington Beach.
That's the way to do it.
It was so beautiful there. But
love
Orange County, love HB, but I'm a diehard LA native.
East LA.
I got it, just East LA.
Dan, do you know what I love about musicians, man? This is the second time, at least this happened to us, you have a concert in 38 minutes. Like, you actually have a show to do
a full-on show. Like, I need people to understand that. It is a full-on show. And we were just talking about it, Beau. Your shows are no joke. Like, this isn't a sit-down on a bench with an acoustic guitar. Like, you are dripping sweat, leaking, out of control when you finish up.
Yeah, man. I'm like, it's like you said, it's game 7 every night for us. It's like, you got to get on. And even if you're tired, you got to, like, just bring it and just like leave it all out on the stage. And so,
but the calm,
it's fun though, man.
The calm you have now, like Dan, imagine us going, hey Drew Doughty, can we interview you 30 minutes before puck drop? He'd be like, no, dude, I need to get.
He'd tell us to fuck off.
Yeah, but these musicians, man, there's no more nerves anymore, or what? You've just done enough shows.
You know what? It depends on the situation, like who's there. Sometimes like you'll have friends out or family out or whatever, and and it's just it's the environment, but honestly, 2 minutes, when it's like the 2 minute warning, boom, it hits you every night. It doesn't matter how many times you've done it. And we just did the Long Beach Warped Tour, and it was like the biggest Warped Tour of all time, over 80,000 people, and that was like just calculating that, like walking out onto the stage and seeing like the sea of people that went to like the ocean. I was like, all right, lock in,
boys.
About that. Yeah,
okay, so that's what I'm curious about your fans and the audiences that you deal with, because I tell people about your music is pretty high octane, like you're talking about your performances. When you come out, is the audience ready to rip? Are they going crazy already, or do you have to get them
warm them up? Yeah,
it depends on the situation. Like a night like tonight, people will have some drinks in their hands, and we'll start playing. And I'm like, finish up your fucking drinks, guys. Like, it's time to get going. So you'll see the camera's out. They got some bevies in their hands. And then it's like maybe one song, and then it's like go time. And everyone kind of like
shit spraying. Looks like the locker room after the cup. Yeah.
Yep. Champagne. But I come out and I squirt. The first thing I do is squirt water on everybody and just set the tone right away. So
that'll get people ready for war. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's like the pregame warm-ups. You see people like squirting water on the
get the back.
That's me. I'm like, let's lock in, guys.
That's so awesome. So, dude,
do you have a? I gotta know, Chris. Do you, Bo? Do you have a stage voice? Like, do you have a persona? Do you have to like click into a different version of yourself when you get on there and start yelling at the audience, or is that just you?
Oh man, you know what's funny is that like I sometimes I have that commanding power, but honestly, like I just try to like be myself as well. So there's a bit of like, let's fucking go, blah, blah, and then I'm like, all right, let's go. Like you have to kind of be real with them as well, and I think that they can relate to you more when you're just yourself as well. So it's a balance for sure of like commanding the crowd, especially if it's like a big festival. You got to do the stage voice. Like, you can't just you got to be, let's go, motherfucker. Like, you got to give it to them. But I think people appreciate that, like, our band are pretty authentic. We're not up there in costumes, and we're not trying to, no offense to people that do that, but it's like, we have to kind of be ourselves, because that's what people connect with. So, yeah.
And dude, before we get into Kings hockey and King stuff, can you just tell us what you were telling before we started about how you prep to get the cardio ready? Because I thought that was actually fascinating.
Oh yeah. It's before tour starts, and I know I'm going to do like an hour and a half set. I get on the assault bike, and I'm like, and I got the oxygen mask, and I'm just ripping. I'm doing like 30 minutes as hard as like full out chaos, just like almost to the point of like exhaustion, and then I'll go run the track and sing my songs while I'm running and stuff, just to like get in shape. And but nothing can really prepare you for like the state, like actual when you go on stage and the adrenaline rush, and I'm like bouncing for an hour and a half, and but I do my best, man. I do my best. It feels like I'm still living in my athlete days,
Dude, you sound like the guys in camp.
You're for sure.
I'm trying.
Like you're keeping it in shape for sure. You have to. So, and speaking of keeping it in shape, like CP mentioned, I am glad that you mentioned you're actually an East LA guy, which makes sense that you've maintained being a Kings fan and not switching over to the Orange County locals and being a Ducks fan. So we just finished up our Pacific Division preview. How are you feeling about the Kings, man? Are you still dialed in? Are you still paying attention? Are you a huge Kings fan?
Yeah, massive Kings fan. I grew up in LA, so like, I played for the Junior Kings back in the day. We can talk about that as well, and my hockey career and what I did. My teammates went on to go do way cooler things than I did, but I'm locked into a certain point where I don't want to, like, Kopi's obviously retiring. This is going to be, and my thing about that is like, the like retirement tour, it turns into like the retirement tour type thing. And I'm kind of, I don't know, it was like, I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. And so it was almost like no one cared if they won or lost. They just cared if they were seeing Kobe's last game. And so with Kopitar, I hope that there's still that fire inside and that they can make a run for it. Like, let's make a run for Kopi's last season. I know Doughty's going to be, not too far behind him. He's still they both still look great, which is crazy to me. So, I mean,
it's wild, man.
Yeah. So, it's cool. It's cool that he gets his last game in every arena and people can like pay their respects. But at the same time, I just hope the team is locked in and like this is a big season. Like, let's give it a go. So the roster looks cool. I know we got a bunch of new players and stuff. So I need to I need to look at the roster and see who's coming up. Cause it's like every year it seems like preseason starts and then season. So I'm like, oh, we got Kuzmenko. Oh, what's he doing out there? Like what's going on? Like, so, I'm stoked for it. I can't wait. It's it's going to be a roller coaster once again, I'm sure. And, but I think we'll do good. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Dude, It was actually a perfect transition because I wanted to ask you about Kopi. We got to go to his press conference when he retired. We were hanging with him a bit after, and it was interesting to hear him talk about that decision, right, of when to say it. Because he was like, what you just said is true, where he goes, well, if I say it now it's this whole thing where it's my last season. But if I wait, I didn't want the boys to be worried about, and then every interview is like always badgering about that. And I just kind of wanted everybody to lock in and be like, let's go this year right now. So I think that was a big part of it. Do you think will you be able to catch a game this year while he's on his last run?
What's crazy is I have a day off in Vegas and it's Golden Knights opening night against the Kings.
Oh my God.
And so right when we get off this podcast, I'm buying tickets to go see them in Vegas. So I will be in enemy territory opening night for the Golden Knights, cheering on the Kings. So that will be, and I hope to get to more games. I live near Vancouver now, so I'll go when they play the Canucks. I try to go see them play, or whenever I come to town. Yeah, I try to plan my trips back home around Kings games, so I can make sure to get to one or two. Yeah.
Dude, it's actually, it's so clutch that you live in a place that's a Pacific Division team because it gives you a good opportunity for more Kings games. That's clutch. I know. I absolutely love that. And with other Pacific Division teams, we have to talk about the boogeyman that is Connor McDavid. Is there any part of you as a Kings
That's a real Kings fan. That was a real Kings fan reaction.
Yeah, I know. That was a good reaction. Is there any part of you that's hoping maybe there's a situation where McDavid ends up on the Kings?
or that. You know what? Get him the fuck out of there. I don't care where he goes. I would love, obviously, I've seen the rumors, the package deals. They want to send Byfield and everyone else.
Yeah, the whole team.
Edmonton for Connor McDavid. So, obviously I would love to have him. It does suck that he's. Have you seen the meme of the Bugatti that's parked like at the trap house and it's like Connor McDavid in Edmonton?
Yes, brutal, savage.
I think
savage shot at Edmonton.
Yeah,
I'm like, get this guy out of there. Like, get him to. Obviously he's in a massive hockey market. The guy can't walk around Edmonton. He probably gets mobbed. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like Justin Bieber out there.
Truly.
Honestly, like. The cool thing about the LA market is like you can come to LA, you can go to the beach, you can go to freaking Chipotle. No one's like, maybe one person is like, I think that guy's an athlete. Like no one really, we're a hockey town, but not like, we're not maniacs. You know what I mean? It's like you're not going to get mobbed. Like if Connor came to LA, I think he would love it. He'd walk around Manhattan Beach in his flip flops and. No one's going to be, but maybe one or two people come up to him for a photo. But, I feel like his whole demeanor was changed. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on him out there in Edmonton. It's like, that's all they have. All they have is the Oilers.
No doubt.
That's it.
For sure.
Not to mention, there's not many places, and here comes another ricochet shot at Edmonton, but there's not that many places to go. So when he is out, everybody's there. Here it's like the city's so massive and expansive. You're so right, dude. He could be surfing in Malibu. No one would care. It'd be awesome.
Yes.
It's so good. Beau, you teased at the top that you were something of a hockey player yourself. So tell our listeners too, because I love the story of you starting on figure skates. So tell us the figure skates.
Oh my
story.
God! Wait, how did you hear that? Who the fuck told you that?
Tell the figure skate story, and then into the Junior Kings.
Okay, so Southern California, obviously not a huge hockey market. I grew up watching. I watched the Mighty Ducks movie, and I was like, what is this sport? And I grew up playing, basketball and baseball, football, things like that. And my dad would take my little sister public ice skating. It was like a mall out in the valley. And he's like, do you want to come ice skating? I'm like, yeah, that looks fun. Like I used to skateboard, all that stuff, right? So I get there, you got to rent skates. So it's only figure skates they had for rental back then. Like they didn't have hockey skates. So I learned how to skate on figure skates. And then, shortly after that, got some rollerblades, and weird random story. Speaking of Mighty Ducks, so a guy in our neighborhood, I grew up in East LA, all predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. This guy, Noah, he was in the Mighty Ducks 2 movie, by the way. He was like, remember when you go and they like meet all the urban kids and they play like roller hockey?
Oh, dude. Yes.
So he was one of those guys. So
that
Noah
is
was one of those
sick.
guys. Yeah. So that was like a real life situation. He would gather all the neighborhood kids to play, and we played back of this like automotive repair shop, like Pep Boys or whatever. We would play like ball hockey, foot, either on our rollerblades or on our feet, whatever. And I was like, this is so fucking cool. Like, this is awesome, man. Like, and then, just kept public skating. And then my best friend at the time, his name was Sal. He was like, we should try out for a hockey team. I'm like, how do you?
Yeah, what?
What do you mean? Like, how do you do that? And he's like, they're having tryouts. And it was in Pasadena. So on my way to tryouts, my mom stopped at Play It Again Sports. I walked in and she goes, my son is trying out for a hockay team today. Can you give him gear? Like, we don't know what. Dude, they were like, say less. They suited me up head to toe. And they like gave me my mouthpiece, like everything, suited me up. I have my skate guards on. I walked to the car, like in all my gear. First time wearing all my gear. Sit in my mom's car. We're late to try out. She's like, get out, get in there. So I'm running into the rink with like all my gear on, like kick my skate guards off, go out there. And I hadn't hockey stopped yet because all the rental skates are shot. Anyone knows if they ever rented skates, they treat those things like trash, right?
Yeah.
So I've never hockey stopped in my life. So the first thing in tryouts is like ladders, right? Or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I got to stop at the blue line. So I'm like, I stopped.
You did it.
I did it. And so my mom was like, it was all uphill from there. So I started when I was 12, 13 years old. And I started at PWC, and every year I just got better and better. So I went like PWC, Bantam B, and then Bantam AA. And I took private lessons. I was homeschooled. So it was like, I was on the ice with this Russian dude every day at like 7 a.m. out in Van Nuys, like getting trained. And eventually played, my last 2 years, I played midget AAA. My very last year was with the Junior Kings. And got like my teammate Brett Sterling went to the NHL and stuff like that, which is really cool. Everyone else went to go play good hockey. I played Junior B my last year, and that's how I knew it was done. Yeah, but it was I wish I would have started earlier. I felt like my trajectory, if I had started at like 6 years old, right? Like all these other
everyone
kids
else,
do.
by the way, everyone else is skating at 3, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean you're natural, 100%.
It's wild. So I made it that far, and it was amazing, man. The Junior Kings year, we got to practice where the Kings practice.
Yeah,
we went to nationals. I played against like Zach Parise and like all these crazy like future NHLers. So, but the Junior B year was wild though. Like that was
dude,
the Wild West, man. It was like I was in tryouts and the captain comes up and he just goes, coach wants you to fight number 16 and skates away. And I'm like,
yep.
All right.
Yep.
So
it's awesome.
You gotta do
We've
it,
all
right?
been there.
You gotta do it. So I go out, number 16, I see him get it. I'm like, and I hack this dude in the back of the legs. I'm like, we gotta go. He's like, no. And I'm like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
So I throw my shit off and he's like, okay. And I'm like, just like, it was like my first real fight.
Yeah.
It was in
Of
trial.
course, yeah.
I won. We both
I was gonna say, did you wail on him? Yeah.
I wailed. I felt bad because we were being really good friends, and like, but my knuckle slid back here. My knuckle was gone. And the team trainers like, go back to your hotel and like run it under hot water and just tug on your finger. It'll eventually slide back into place. And this is all this is all new to me. I'm just like, okay, sure. And I'm like, but then yeah, it was a fun season. Our team was oh man, it was like Slapshot. The owner of the team owned this like 70s bus. So our team bus was this dude, this death trap. And
your shit
had a stripper pole on it, Dan.
Might as well have had a stripper pole, but it was like
there's a hookah bar on the back.
Dude, it was crazy. So it was we would drive this thing and I'm like, there's no way we're not dying in this fucking bus. Like,
yeah, for
so
sure.
Old. And he was like 100 years old and he would drive the bus. He was also the bus driver. And yeah, it was like the jungle, man. It was crazy. I remember like another random story, like there was a big fight. I took one of the other team's like sticks and like stepped on it and broke it and threw it back out. And they saw me do it. And the coach was losing his mind. And we're all sitting on the bench, and their fighter was like, dude, he was like 6'7", just this massive human. He leans over, he goes, coach is paying me $20 to take your teeth out, and sits back down, right? I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah. Why am I here? Yeah. Like, so we go out, and he lines up next to me, and he comes at me, and my teammate, like, I literally, like, gloves off, like, eyes closed, like, ready to just get beat up. And my poor teammate jumped in. And
he took it?
He took it from me, dude. I'm like,
what a
I
legend.
owe you dinner for the next week. Yeah.
That's you're paying for meals after that for sure.
Yeah. So this was like when I knew all these things kind of led up to me being like, yeah, maybe hockey's
maybe music.
Oh, man.
Music. Yeah.
Junior B is like, Junior B is the biggest red flag and siren bell of it's time to hang them up for sure.
Huge. Yeah. Huge.
But listen, like that journey is so great, but can you agree that nothing is better than beer league? Because it sounds like you're ripping it in beer league right now, and you just won a championship.
Better. Oh, dude, beer league is like it. You know what? It's so fun. I met over COVID. They had these speakeasy skates. There was like this private rink would like close the front doors, and we would go in through the back door to play. You weren't allowed to play, especially in Canada. Everything was very locked down, and I met this really dope group of guys through that, and we all became really close. We started they had a team called the No Regretskis, and
classic, such a good one,
dude. It was so good. And they became some of my best friends. And I didn't really have a big group of friends up there. You know, I've been living in Canada for a few years now, but we all became super tight, and we joined like up in Burnaby, like the A Division league, and I'm playing A Div, you know, with all these dudes way younger, way fucking better. Like, all these dudes went to Europe and, like, the East Coast Hockey League, SPHL, things like they all went to go play, like, sick hockey. And I'm, like, playing with them. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I don't belong here. But we all, you know, everyone needs a locker room guy. So that was
brother.
The vibes going.
Hell yeah.
They would play our songs in the locker room and stuff.
Oh, sick.
So, yeah. So, beer league, so it's awesome that there's that, you know, for dudes that age out, because you know how, you know, committed you are to hockey when you play, and it's like all of a sudden it's done, and you're like, now what? And now there's like just something really cool and fun for you to. Some people take it a little too seriously. I'll say that.
Oh, no question. No question about it.
Some people are like, you know, they think they're still scouts in the stands. I'm like, bro, you gotta just chill out, dude. I'm 43. Like, stop coming at me, dude. You're 25. Like,
dude, you're like, I have Game 7 at my rock show. I don't need Game 7 here too on Wednesday night. Yeah.
Dude, I took a puck to the chin, blew my chin open.
No.
And had a show the next weekend. They glued me up.
What are you doing?
I have the photos.
You gotta be wearing a cage, brother. You gotta be wearing a cage. You're literally a front man. You're a front man. You can't be going out there with a happy on.
I know. It's bad. It's just, you know what? I'm going to get a bubble. When I get back home, I'm buying one. I'm giving in. So you're going to see me out there. They'll chirp me about it, but
worth it.
I need to protect all this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Come on.
God, that is amazing, dude. Well, you're so right about beer league, something we look forward to every night. It's awesome, just keeping the boys together and getting out on the ice. Dude, I know you have a rock show to go sing.
Seriously.
So we want to get you out of here, but before you go, can you please tell everyone a little bit about your new album, Gallows, maybe your favorite track on there, where they can get tickets to your tour, and then where they can find you and the band on IG and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Our new album's called Gallows. It just came out a few weeks ago. My favorite song, I have a lot of favorite songs, but we just shot a music video for a song called Venom. No one knows this. This is secret information.
Yes.
But it's a dope song. It should be played in every hockey arena around, the world. So that's a bucket list of mine, to get one of our songs in an arena, in a hockey arena.
I feel like we could definitely make that happen, Dan. We know two guys.
I'm also
specifically, and I'm
like,
I'll just call
Beau,
it.
as you keep telling everyone all this information, I also just need to say, how is it that so many metal people are just like the sweetest people in the world? Like, you're like, the album's called Gallows, the song's called Venom, and you're just the nicest guy in the world. I don't get how that always happens.
Something doesn't add up. I think it's just our outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Music is the outlet to get all your aggression out, and beer league is too, obviously, but like getting all your aggression out, and we know that people who listen to our music are going through it as well, and so if they can relate to us in a certain way, we could share that side of it with them, and we can be emotional and dark and stuff like that, but also just be real and be real people. And so it's two sides. There's two sides to the coin, for sure. But
okay,
but I hope
No, and then tickets to the tour and your guys' IG and everything.
Yeah, blessedthefallmusic.com, and we're Bless the Fall on all social media platforms. So come support, check out some music, and hopefully we'll get some new fellow hockey fans from this.
Yes, dude.
Hell yeah.
The best fan. Hey, Dan, you're right about the metal fans, but it's hockey fans too. This community is also extremely welcoming, extremely nice. So this is a perfect match.
I mean, Beau is isolated too, like the greatest communities in the world. You've got it figured out, brother. Yeah. This is insane.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Huge shout out to Beau. Huge thank you to Beau for coming on. Guys, that's it for this episode. That's it for our Pacific Division preview. Next time you see us, we're back.
Yeah,
the NHL season is here.
Of.
It's going to be day of when the episode comes out. The NHL season will be here. CP is rocking the Netters Lake House crew. It's officially fall. You need some extra layers. Go get that. And also, day of the next episode, you hear us. Holy moly. We've got a ton of new merch launching, so check that out as well. Subscribe to the YouTube, 5 stars, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on all the socials. We love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. And next time we see you, it will be the 2025-2026 NHL season. So there's literally only one thing to do. Skate hard.